Nobody, no crime. Well, not on my time. Eyes are watching, giving victims a voice. Raise your voice from Delphi to Camden, and there will be no more botching. We might not be Dateline, but come along if you want a great time. Grab yourself a glass of wine, and let's talk some true crime. And hey, you'll even have an alibi if you collect evidence in red Solo cups. If your expert says it just did, you might have a problem. We might not be Dateline, but come along if you want a great time. Grab yourself a glass of wine, and let's talk some true crime. And hey, you'll even have an
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me tonight on this last minute live. How is everyone? How is everyone doing? Hi, Karen. How are ya? Oh, hello, Tammy. Jen O, my girl. Hello, Liviana. How are we tonight? So I figured we'd pop on here first just to be excited because Kelsey got to see your baby. So that was some incredible news. That was what we were all waiting and hoping for. But then we had some new filings, some new crazy information come out that probably made all you guys' blood boil like it did mine. Hi, Amy. How are you? So I figured we'd go over all of it and just chat for a little bit. So I am so glad that she was able to hold the baby. It sounds like everything went very smoothly. I found it very interesting that Justin was there as part of the visit. That was crazy information. I can't imagine that being comfortable for her. But you know, I guess when he is doing the type of control that it appears he's doing, that is par for the course, I guess. Let's see here. Test. Hello. Yes, I don't know. Are you good? Test. Okay. Yes, I see you. Hi, Mama Claire. Yeah, Amy, this is I think this is so many of my thoughts tonight is that Lisa probably required it. I think she's probably running the whole thing. I mean, don't get me wrong, like that is not a pass for him by any means. He is a grown ass man, but I think that there's a whole lot of strings being played and things like that. Okay, hi Karen. Good. Okay, cool. Is everything good? Everyone can hear me? Okay, awesome. Liviana saying, well, it was great that Kelsey got to see her baby. I was disgusted. She was supervised by Justin and his lawyers in their office. Yeah, I was too. On one hand, I wasn't too upset about the lawyer situation just because at least it's a safe environment where Justin isn't necessarily going to pull anything because that very much concerns me. But the fact that he was there is very troubling. Like after not seeing your child for almost a year, and obviously the baby knows Justin, he's been in his care. You know, that doesn't seem it seems like the give and take in that visit would be like if the baby wasn't comfortable, he'd want to go back to Justin, which would create some friction. I mean, it was just stupid. Like, what like why he would think that's a good idea is ridiculous, other than Lisa saying that it was. Hi, Cynthia. We are just hanging out talking about the latest here after the filings today and the fact that Kelsey got to see baby C. That was amazing news. Very, very exciting. And then the fact that Justin was there, very weird. Um, yeah, I know, Amy, I feel the same way. It's like when you feel like you need to wear a body cam, like at every point, like that's concerning. Um, was Kelsey alone with her attorney? Do you know? I don't know. It's from the filings of that report. It sounded like it was his counsel, so his attorney and Justin is what it sounded like. Um, Hi Gigi, how are you? Yeah, she needs to record everything. I agree. Um, okay, this pollen down here is killing me. My car is like yellow. I need to go get it a wash as soon as possible. Um, Liviana saying that if you look at his response to her filings, they didn't like the social worker who was timing. Yep, exactly. Yeah, because I think they want to control everything. They want it at that location where he's been taking her or taking the baby. Because obviously, in my opinion, everything I say tonight, in my opinion, my thoughts for me. So I think it makes perfect sense that there's connection somehow, whether it be through Lisa and Dougie's connections through the court system with what they do. But there's something hinky going on. And if you read the reviews on that place, there's a lot of people saying that they're very pro dad at that place and will push the dad to be the right party and all of that stuff. So I don't know if that's true, but that is what I've seen. Mama Claire, I hope the judge is reasonable too. I really do. Hopefully so. Ridiculous that she would have Justin watching over her. Hi, Cynthia. Yes. Yeah, can you imagine how uncomfortable that must be? Oof, yeah. So some of the things I'm loving that we're finally getting the truth behind so many of the things, like the night of the co-ed bachelorette party. Um, I love that we're finally getting those details and finding out what it was that was happening and all of that stuff. And it's so interesting that Michelle is talking about how crazy Kelsey was acting and, oh, she was so upset and kicked her in the knee and all this stuff. Meanwhile, we find out that that crazy hoe grabs her in a bear hug and slams her into a wall. What are we doing? Like, this is insane. No wonder Kelsey, like, kicked her in the knee trying to get out of her hold. Like, this is insanity. Um, Jenna was saying Michelle is Miss Piggy's twin. Yeah, I normally wouldn't say anything about people's looks, but when they show you, like, their character, it's easy to, like, say things like that. Just like I find Justin to be gross with his little worm mustache and his chicken legs. Like, he wouldn't necessarily be a hideous creature, like, if he was a nice guy, but because he's a twerp, yeah. So, yeah, that's fair. It's fair game. Hi, Goodmans. How are we? Good to have you here. Um, yes, I know. I love it. That's her name now too. Michelle. Um, Hi, Andrea. Hi, Dylan. How are we? If you guys are watching on Twitter and you have the ability to come over to YouTube, it would help me out a lot just to get my watch hours and stuff here because I know Twitter does engage more people and all that. And if you're not on YouTube, that's totally fine. But if you have the ability to switch over to watch on YouTube, it would be greatly appreciated. Um, and so, yeah, so we find out that she pretty much attacks her and at one point, it seems like she wouldn't even let her go and leave when she was trying to get out of the situation to go cool off. Um, Karen, her deposition was very interesting. She didn't remember anything. Isn't that so shocking when they get, like, in a position to have to recall facts, they suddenly don't have facts because they just made up a story the whole time, in my opinion. So yeah, she couldn't remember anything. They wanted to help her with her mental health, but she couldn't tell. I'm assuming it was Bradle that was doing the deposition. Um, couldn't tell Bradle anything that they did to try to help with organizing this like breakthrough for Kelsey's mental health. Just wild stuff. I mean, just wild. And to me, hey Chastity, how are ya? Good to see you again. I saw you in the chat earlier. Um, so just to me, like this seems and it just basically nails home the point that in my opinion, this was all orchestrated. Um, I think Justin was looking to get ahead of some things, whether it was the drug use, whatever. I don't know. Child support, maybe. There's a lot of things that pop to mind, but it seems very orchestrated and planned, this whole event. Like, well, let's really push Kelsey's buttons. Let's, try to come together and find out what we can do um, to make her look bad, look crazy, gaslight her so that she, acts like in any sort of way. It just seems so orchestrated, planned, and like deliberate and like, oh, it just gives me the ick. It's awful. Um, Hi Val. What's up, girl? Val I know from many, many years ago. I was like, wait a second, I don't know. Then I'm like, that's Val. What's up? Um, yeah, we're just talking shit tonight, basically. It's about a case that we have all been following in Massachusetts, and there's some new filings and things like that. So we're talking about those. So yeah, basically, I just feel like it's very, very planned, very deliberate, and it just comes out so gross. So I don't know what tomorrow's gonna hold. I know Melanie said, could it possibly be like an evidentiary hearing? I don't know. Maybe that would be really exciting if that was the case and people actually had to take the stand. Um, we will see, but it's interesting. How about the Croatia trip, you guys? Whew. Um, I find it very odd. I mean, I don't know, you guys tell me, but if you had a fiance, you guys like live together uh openly, like everyone knew and you guys got engaged, um would you be irritated that maybe he didn't tell his family that like you guys were engaged and having a baby? I mean, especially like I get maybe the baby part cuz a lot of people want to wait to make sure everything's going good. Um But, like, you're engaged and they don't know, that's just, like, I don't know, red flag, you always see those red flags, like, after the fact, and you don't necessarily see them when it's happening, but, Karen, yes, we're so glad that her side is coming out. Um, yeah, yeah, Chastity, yeah, this one, she allegedly pinched his leg on the plane. Woo-hoo, look out. I mean, my god. Um, yeah. So I Now we know the airport story too. Can we talk about how disgusting the narrative that he switched, like, it's like a bait and switch. She shared personal information about her finding out, "Okay, I'm spotting, like, I'm 20 weeks pregnant and I'm spotting." That's terrifying. Um, and I know I have a personal friend who literally had a miscarriage on a plane and it was horrific. And so, like, when I heard that, I went back to that place, and so I can't imagine how terrifying that must have been when she was like, "What's going on?" Like, this is her first pregnancy, and she's like, "Could this be happening from the stress that I, like, was under on the trip from the family?" And, like, all of that. All very perfectly reasonable things to question and wonder and share with your fiancé, and then for him to twist the narrative, of her saying she didn't want the baby and she wanted to abort him and she was gonna hurt him. Shame on you. Like, you're disgusting. That is so sick. Like, so sick. I and whose idea was that? Like, I'm sorry, guys, but he's an idiot. Okay, he's real dumb. So, like, I really think that, like, his sisters and his mom are behind a lot of this. I don't think he has, like, not that these are great lies that anyone believes. Obviously, we all see right through them, but I just don't think he has the brain power to even come up with these things in his head. So, I really think that that family is kinda running the show and thought that these would be, like, really great lies to spin and twist, but I just really felt for her. Like, how disgusting is that? Yeah, Jen saying the same thing. He spun everything. And I know she has to deal with him forever. Ugh. Um, I mean, it's so good that she was able to find, some silver lining and not marry this guy. But my God, I don't know. It's hard. I can't even imagine. Amy saying in her opinion, he led to her stress and breakdowns. He was the direct cause. Listen, I agree. I agree. Um, I can't imagine. I just cannot imagine. Like, talk about no support. Then you wanna talk about this. How about the little nugget that we found out? We knew about the Mexico trip and him not, you know, really being there for Kelsey when she was in the hospital with abdominal pains with the baby. He's in Mexico for a wedding, and she can't get a hold of him. He's out clubbing, okay, while she's in the hospital. But then, I guess because she was trying to get in touch with him, let him know what was going on, and that was somehow, like, killing his vibe, right? So he blocks her. Oh, there's not words for that, like, there's not words for that, and still this idiot had a place to go when he came home, in Kelsey's house. I don't know. Oof, no, mm-mm, no, mm-mm. That to me was just disgusting. Let's see here. Okay. Lori. Hey, Lori. She says, I think the foster parent should be looked into as well if they are doing stuff like that with like this, what they're doing with the foster kids. That is what I'm worried to me. Yeah, I don't know. To me, it's unclear. I'm not sure if it's a foster kid that they have or they adopted the child. The child is younger, like probably single digits, like, younger child, and I'm not sure if they're fostering or if they've adopted or how that goes. I have a lot of questions, I on one hand, it's good that the child has someplace to go. I know if they are fostering, there's foster parents are very hard to come by, but at the same time, it seems to me a very unhealthy environment over there, but that's relative speaking, I guess, depending on what situation that child may have come from. So, um, Chastity, you didn't hear that part about Mexico? Oh yeah, he's he's so apparently this is something he did. Now we know he blocked her so that she couldn't contact him once the order was vacated and, there could be like communication as to like, hey, let's get on this Family Wizard app so we can set something up, and we know he blocked her then. So my question is like, was just like a regular thing in their relationship when he just didn't wanna hear from her, he would block her, like, when he was out having a good time, he would block her? Like, I have so many questions, and also, like, um, I've experienced things like that, and I've also, like, seen a lot of things like that from friends, from cases. That type of the fact that you would just block someone like that is such a Oh, I don't know. If that ever happens to you, just run, like, run. That is your sign. You're dealing with a Justin. Like, red flag, run. You don't get a chance. You don't get a second chance after that, like, no. So I wonder if this is something he did a few times in their relationship or multiple times. I don't know. But what a creep. Um, let's see. Okay, you've heard that the foster child was adopted. Yeah, that was what I had originally heard, but then there was some talk today, I wanna say, like, in the chat about foster stuff, and then I kind of second guessed, I was like, "Maybe it was a foster situation?" I don't know. Um, but I don't know, I just have a lot of questions with how many adults are living in that home, this, like, bedroom situation. I mean, that's a lot of people in a three-bedroom home, and I know people, have to do that sometimes, but I just it seems Kelsey doesn't know if Caden has his own room or his own space, any of that too. Like, none of this information is being provided for her. Um, if I have those questions, you can bet Kelsey has those questions. I mean, I can't imagine her not even knowing things like that and just being so out of the loop and kept in the dark about things. I don't know. I feel so bad for her. Um, Karen saying, "How is he going to explain Kelsey's laptop connected to his parents' Wi-Fi while she was in the hospital?" Yeah, he tried to explain that away, right? Uh, yeah, Justin, we know you didn't know her passwords. That's why, we know that you literally went in there and performed identity theft because you didn't know her passwords and you accessed her email and changed your passwords all up so you could get in there and try to change her pension, get all her medical records, and then to have the audacity to then use those medical records in a filing against her after you illegally obtained those records. Oh, the audacity of this guy, the audacity of this family. Because again, I don't think that like he is doing this alone. Hey, Romy, what's up, girl? Um, oh man, can't get your comment. I was gonna bring it up. Anyways, hi, Romy. Let's see. Okay. Is it a foster kid? Had any bad past? I've learned the hard way that I cannot live in the same room with another sibling. Yeah, and I fully understand what you're saying. Because I worked with DCF and um there's yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of trauma that can be attached to that and everything. So absolutely. Those are all concerns and it seems like a lot, and then I think sometimes we forget, like, yeah, Lisa is probably the primary caregiver because we know Justin is probably not doing the parenting thing by himself. But then I think we forget too, there is another younger child in that house, and so, that's a lot of work. Um, wait, all those people live in a three-bedroom house, all four siblings plus the baby, Lisa and Dougie. Yeah, so Lisa, Dougie, Courtney, Ashley, Brendan, Justin, the adopted child, and Caden. Yeah. So, I don't know how that works, but, like, you would think that, like, these adult children would maybe get the F out of the house, like, get a job and, like, do something with their life. Like, maybe don't live off of other people, just a thought. Um, I mean, I don't know. You know that like Lisa's the type though that probably wants it that way. She probably wants it exactly the way it is, which is also weird. Like maybe hope that your kids have better like aspirations to move on and do greater things and start their own families and all that. No, no, no. It doesn't seem like that's the case here. So it's really weird. Let's see. Oh, my cat's trying to knock stuff down. All right. Yeah, I know, Liviana, where do they all sleep? I have questions. I have questions. And I've seen people get very creative with like creating like nooks and things in closets that are very cozy for a new infant, but like that's for a new infant. That's not for like moving forward. So like I just have questions. Um a lot of questions. Tammy saying, I know where my son lived with us when my granddaughter was a baby. I took care of the baby and raised her most of my life. He gave her a bottle, continued with his life. Yeah, I mean, listen, that happens a lot, and thank God for grandparents, right? because sometimes kids just can't handle it all by themselves, and that's understandable sometimes, but, you know, all of these children have well-respected jobs, minus Justin after being put on suspension, and thought it was interesting because, like, we all got the information that it was paid leave, but in that filing today, it seems there's some question about if it was paid leave because they're kind of asking for clarification on that, and Kelsey never or her team never got any updates on that. How long is that going? That's what we all want to know. Like, how long are these idiots just sitting around getting paid for nothing when you have 200 some videos of them smoking a substance? And like, your whole thing is you can't smoke, you can't even smoke tobacco as a firefighter up there. So, what are we doing? So that was interesting to me. I figured that was pretty clarified that he was on paid leave, but now I'm wondering. So, hi, Mr. Monk. What's up? Um, let's see, Cynthia. What a weird family. I know. It's some weird stuff. Chastity saying mother alien and sister alien are behind accessing the computer. Was it you who said that in Melanie's chat today? I 100% believe that they orchestrated it and Justin is stupid enough to take it. Explains why he had to go back so many times. If it was you that said that, I think you're onto something, like lying by omission with him saying he didn't, because he is real dumb. Like, I mean, this guy is real dumb. Like, I don't even think we can give him the credit of like coming up with half of this stuff. Like, plus he doesn't have the balls to do half of the stuff that he did, I think, without them pushing him and like pressuring him and like twisting it to be like, well, you need to get ahead of it, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so you agreed with someone about it. Yeah, I was like, that is a very good point that seems like it could very much be the case. How about Michelle calling Lieutenant Whitaker? Who didn't Lieutenant Whitaker talk to that day? Because it seems like he talked to like the whole wedding party, all of the Alayans. Like, did he talk to like all of the fire department? What are we doing? And why is he taking these phone calls? That is wholly inappropriate. I mean, it's just insane. I don't know. Like, Whitaker has some splaining to do, in my opinion. Um, do. Wait, what is the serious question? Does he have special educational needs? Who are we talking about, Justin or the baby? Because I'm not sure. Justin, I think the chances are great. I don't know. I am no expert on that, but I don't know. Something's not right with him. I thought it's interesting that Justin needed 2 specialists, 2 professionals to help him feed the baby. I have, like, a couple thoughts on that. There was a couple things that popped in my head, one of which, you know, this baby was pulled from his mom, a breastfeeding mom who that was his primary caregiver. I don't care what Justin alleges. Right now, he has 0 credibility whatsoever. Him talking about he was, like, pretty much the primary caregiver when Kelsey brought him home and all that stuff. I'm sorry, sir. You were out back in the shed hiding like a child, smoking puff puff pass and lighting your bong with whatever substance was in that because I'm not convinced it was weed. I don't know about you guys, but there's a lot of things you can smoke, okay? So, I'm sure it was some weed. Was it other things? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Could seem very likely given all of the things that are alleged that he had done in court filings. Okay. So that's just my personal opinion. I would be shocked if it was only weed, and again, I don't care. I could care less if someone smokes weed, care less. But if your whole job is based around the fact that you can't smoke it, and then you're out back every, like, hour smoking it and sneaking away like a child? Like, what are we doing? You're a grown man, and, like, why are my question is this, okay, like, this kinda just popped in my head. Kelsey obviously knew he smoked weed, right? Because she took him they all went together, like, one time. It was said in one of the filings that he asked to use cash so it wasn't, like, traceable when they went, and then she went and said about the deals, right? Like, I can't remember if it was Thursday or something, there was some kind of a deal, like, buy one, get one, I don't know, whatever, at that place in Haverhill, I think it was. So, there was knowledge of that. So, my question is, why is he hiding? Like, acting like he's hiding. There isn't a lot of view, like, no one's seeing him do that. Why is he hiding back there? And then he's poking his head out the window like a freaking whack job, like, he literally, and I'm actually glad that I said that and talking about a male, because it seems that is only, like, said to female, so that I'm proud of myself that that came out in a male talking about a male. Yet he's poking out his head out of the thing and then ducking back in and, like, blowing the smoke out, like, only a couple times, and other times blowing it in the thing. I mean, just really weird, odd behavior, okay? Why? If she knows you obviously partake in that, why are you hiding it? It's like and half of them were at night. I don't know. Was it that you weren't smoking weed? I don't know. Could it be? What if any? Something else maybe? Allegedly, I don't know. Um, Amy saying, "I don't think he's taking a drug test, not a professional one anyway." Yep. Yep. That would be um that would be my thoughts. There's a lot of ways to take some that, like, again, and also these people have connections. This is what they do. Like, his family deals with addicts. So, what ways do they have around that? I have so many questions on that, but, like, the timeline, none of that makes sense for him to be clean. I mean, it's gonna pop up, and so I have questions with all that. It seems very sketchy, my opinion, but it does. Let's see. Well, one's calling the females have proven to be whack jobs. Yeah, yeah, yeah. His dad was in the court with him. Yes, we saw Dougie. It seems as though Dougie is like his courtroom buddy and the only one that comes with him. Interesting. Because at do you see my cat? My cat's she's discovered there's a window ledge there. And so now I came in the other day, the curtain was all down. So it's gonna be a disaster every time I leave, probably. Um, yeah, it's interesting that Mama Lisa hasn't showed herself. I guess she has to care for the baby. What would he do without her? Uh, so anyways, back to the eating thing. I think it's very possible, I mean, that there was some developmental delays given the fact that he was ripped out of Kelsey's arms, and then he was completely put in a different situation, which let's let's be honest, Justin isn't exactly the nurturing type, okay? We saw that in all of the things that he's done. He seems to only care about 2 things, money and himself. So, can you imagine having a great, caring, loving mother who, like, you are her whole world and, getting all this love, attention, affection, breast milk, all of these things, and, like, your brain is forming and all of that, and then just getting that ripped from you and going to live with the aliens? So, that's a possibility too. Also, like, someone in Melanie's chat said what I was also thinking. Um, I used to be a nanny. I was a nanny for 18 years, and I would watch starting with when the mom went back from maternity leave. And so I got babies anywhere from 2 months old, 3 months old, 4 months old, up until they went to, some kind of a preschool or whatever. So, like, that was what I did for a long, long time before, DCF, before I got my, PI license, all of that. So, I've raised a lot of kids. And when I say raise them, I mean raise them. Like, I would get there a lot of times at 7 in the morning and not leave till 7 at night. The parents would sometimes only see the kid for like 20 minutes before they went to sleep. So, I know that there are parents who do not want their kid to feed themselves because it makes a mess, and it is a mess. Like, when they're learning to be able to, do all of the things with their hands, it gets everywhere. Also, like, they don't listen necessarily a lot with it, so it goes everywhere. And so you're surely gonna have to give the kid a bath afterwards. You're surely gonna have to clean up the kitchen. Um, Val knows. Val knows those days. We used to go to hockey. We used to go to hockey practice, and, the kids that I had for, gosh, like 6 years, we would all go there. It was fun. It was good times. I have so many adopted nieces and nephews and all of that from that I still keep in touch with. They're driving now, and I'm old. So, um, but yeah, there's a lot of parents who are not comfortable with that, and if you're a certain personality type, you don't like messiness at all, you can't deal with that. So you want the control the situation. It's much easier sometimes for the parent to just feed themselves and not let the baby experience that themselves. And I wonder if that is happening um with Lisa. She seems like that is potentially maybe her MO, right? The control, the like all of that. So that to me seems like a very big possibility. I don't know. Um, let's see. Is there a difference? Is there a difference between DCF rules, policies between different states? Oh, that's a great question. What are you doing? No, no, no. Come here. Come here. You don't need that. Um, that's a great question. I don't know. I mean, to me, I think the chances of that, I only worked for DCF in Florida, so that I'm not 100% sure. I mean, laws are different in every state somewhat, so I would think so. I mean, whatever the state law is, I think that they're governed by that, so it would probably be the case. Um, I would think so. Great question, Liviana. Let's see. Yeah, Amy knows. Yeah, you got a dust buster for the infant toddlers. I mean, listen, it's not fun. Like, it's not fun, but it's necessary. Your kids need to experience that. They need to feel the food. They need to learn how to give it to themselves, and they catch on rather quickly, and then those days lessen when you have to clean up the entire kitchen and it's just the high chair and the baby itself, like, it does get better, but a lot of parents they can't handle that mess, and it's just a lot quicker. We all know that it's a lot quicker to do it yourself, and instead of letting the baby learn all those things by themselves. So, Gwen, you were a nanny too. Yes, I love nannies. I feel like nannies are a special breed. So awesome. Let's see here. Okay. Lori saying, I would say yes. Different policies between different states. New Hampshire, Massachusetts are completely different. Yeah, that makes sense to me. I don't have anything to go by other like specifically DCF related, but just in PI stuff, laws are different per different state. So it makes sense to me that it would be. But very good question. Um, you're the type of juror you want on a case, right? You're thinking outside the box. You're like thinking. So, props to Liviana. That was a really good question. Um, yeah, I don't know. Could it be that? Yes, I think it's very possible, but it's just, I don't know. Like, Cheerios are like a different story. You know, when I'm thinking of feeding the baby, I'm thinking like sweet potato, bananas, like peas. God, the peas, right? Those peas go everywhere and you find them for days later, like they get on your feet, like, oh, there's another pea I didn't get. So, but Cheerios though, you know, like what's going on, Justin? You couldn't let the baby like do the Cheerios? Like, that's really not a big deal. That's an easy fix if there's a big mess with Cheerios. So I don't know. I find it disgusting that he never told Kelsey that the baby was in early childhood interventions or what for. Um, oh, spaghetti sauce, yes. Yes. There's so many things I could go on for days. Um, guys, I don't know. This is just a side note. I don't know if it's just me because I was a nanny, but like all of my parents that I had, they'd always be like, "Oh, did you try this one? Did I try this one? No. No, I didn't." Like, I sure didn't. Like, why would I try this one? It smells like death. I don't know. And they're like, "Oh, I tried this one. This one's not bad." I'm like, "All right. Okay." I don't know. Maybe that's just like a thing. I don't know. But I never did that. I was like, no, I didn't try that one." So yeah, side note, random things. This is what you get on a Monday night. Um, but yeah, I don't know. So hopefully that is allegedly all cleared up and whatever. But yeah, Liviana, so this is not abnormal that DCF got involved. Because there was a child there, it was a RO that included the child. The problem is that DCF wasn't included prior to that. So again, and that falls on North Andover, right? Because they have access to things like that. They have access to say, hey, this is going down. Obviously, Whitaker, along with a lot of other people, knew that this was happening, that this was in the works, and they could have reached out to the social workers. They could have reached out. They have social workers um, in their department, from my understanding. Um, so they could have reached out to a lot of, entities. I don't think I think they were lazy, and I also think that they probably didn't think it was going to be a big deal. I don't know. There's so many things that I wonder what they're thinking, but yeah, to go back to your question, it's not shocking that DCF got involved. The allegations that there was neglect, um, that I call BS on because number 1, that's not neglect. Nothing that happened is neglect. And there would also be if that was the case, if the DCF found neglect, she would be required to do parenting classes. And they would be for a while, right? Like a while. None of that has happened. So I find complete bullshit on that. That was the only thing that stood out when with that regard, but DCF will get involved in things like that to just make sure that there wasn't any kind of a situation going on where the baby was because a lot of times we don't have like another parent that's qualified to take the kid. Um but in this situation like I mean, the baby was outside. He was in, like, behind bushes and trees with Auntie Crazy Courtney. So, like, the baby wasn't even there. All that crap about, like, "Oh, the baby was downstairs." No, actually, he was outside across the street hiding with Crazy Aunt Courtney, okay? So, the baby was not there. Um, he was outside. So, that was annoying too. But, like, yes, DCF would have gotten involved just to make sure, and it would have been something that was easily closed, which it sounds like it was closed. The baby went to live with his dad, like, all of that's normal. The neglect, even if they were gonna say something, it wouldn't be neglect. It would be like child endangerment, right? If they were gonna go off the fact that there was a gunshot, which again, wasn't her fault. She didn't fire the weapon. So none of that tracks. And I'm interested to see their reply to that, or maybe address in the future, because none of that makes sense. Neglect for what? Justin hasn't even once claimed that there was neglect. So any of that is crazy. Bettero said the sister ended up 800 miles away. Yeah, right. We know that that family can run because they have legs of track stars, but not the balance of track stars. So yeah. So she was 800 miles away. See? So but that would just not be neglect. So the wording on that, all of that's wrong. Like that doesn't track. So I that was the only thing that kind of pissed me off, because I'm like, whoa, what is going on? The fact that they got involved, totally normal. It would have been closed out relatively quick and easy. Justin obviously has a baby. Kelsey wasn't even the one that shot, like the weapon was fired by the North Andover Police Department. So if they, I don't know. But yeah, also very good question. Yeah, she was in the forest. For crying out loud. Um, yeah, yeah. Amy, he'll be liable for neglect too. So I call BS. Yeah, I mean, like, and he's never even alleged that there was anything like that with Kelsey neglecting the baby. Like, Kelsey was a great mom. So, like, if like, douchebag Justin hasn't even alleged that stuff, like, where are they dreaming this up? So yeah, we love our Mr. Bettero. He is, he he is a gem. He is a gift to this community. Hilarious, and I don't know, I mean, my god, I could listen to him talk all day and continually learn stuff, but then also be, like, amused at the same time. Like, he's just, like, awesome. He's so great. Um, Liviana, I am not, unfortunately. I have to work. Um, I don't know how long the hearing is. I've tried to arrange my appointments to where I can at least, like, watch on Melanie. Um, but unfortunately, I'm working. That's that's the part that stinks. Like, I don't get to cover these things. Some of them that I would absolutely love to cover, but I'll be on with Mazza tomorrow night. Myself and Lori Mullins will be on with him going over the hearing, which I'm super excited for, because Lori being the family attorney, if we have any questions, can break it down and give clarity to what's going on, because myself included, there are still things that, like, I feel very, like, comfortable with family court, but I don't, I've testified a couple times with family court with, what I do. However, I don't just go and watch family court, because it's a totally different, beast, and so, like, there's questions of things that I don't perfectly understand, and so I'm super excited that she'll be there, um, and so she'll be able to break down any parts that we have any questions about and you guys have any questions about. So, um, on Mazza Media, Karen. So, I'm sure you know Mazza, but it'll be on his channel tomorrow night. I think it's at 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 my time, because I'm in Florida. Hi Scott, I didn't see you. Wait, hold on. Where are you? Hi, Scott. Oh, Scott's going to the Matthew Farwell Sandra Birchmar tomorrow. I forgot that's tomorrow too. I think Emily C's going to that, right? Scott is, if you don't know Scott, you should. He's like an OG. He's always out there. He always has like his flag, and he has like signs for whoever he's out there. Just a real force. Like, he is boots on the ground, but like he's like a constant. Like, he's gonna be there. He's always at these like big important court cases, and God, we love him. So, um, Scott, that's amazing. I can't wait to hear more about it. Gosh, there's a lot going on tomorrow. Holy cow! I'm pretty sure Emily C is going too. So you will have you will have somebody else there with you. And let's see. Oh, Lola. Hi, Lola. Lola, you had a good comment. I don't remember what it was. But on Melanie's thing, I remember agreeing with you and being like, "Yes," and, like, putting in the chat, like, "Yes." I can't remember. You might have said something that I was talking about earlier. Wait, you might have been the one that was saying about the, certain parents not wanting to feed their let their children feed themselves because of the mess and not being able to handle that. I think you were the think you might have been the one that was saying that. Correct me if I'm wrong. Um, Either way, you had a good comment and I agreed with it. But, let's see here. Let's see. Wow, I can't wait to hear your insight when you're back. Awesome. Yes. Yes, Scott is amazing. Okay. Yes, I hope they don't I don't think he has a chance in hell, Liviana, of getting bail. Dream on, dreamer. That is not happening. Um, that guy needs to be put under the prison, in my opinion. Um, oh, Miss V, thank you for becoming a member. Yeah, so like I am newly monetized, guys, and so, like, it blows my mind anytime someone pops up as a member, and I still forget. I'm like, "Wait, oh, yeah, I do have, like, that option now." So thank you so much, Miss V. Welcome to the family, and, we gotta plan some I need some ideas. I need you guys' insight on what you would like to do. Sometimes I wanna get on here, but I just don't have, like, anything to say. So, like, if you guys have any, like, ideas of what you would like to talk I'm totally fine coming on here and talking about something totally unrelated to, some of the cases or anything like that. So, feel free to DM me. I haven't created a YouTube, uh, email yet, so feel free to DM me on, thank you, Val. Yeah, it just happened, so it was pretty cool. Feel free to DM me on Twitter. It's Lauren Katie on Twitter. Um, my DMs are open. Slide in, give me some information, suggestions, things you would like to talk about on those days. Cause like sometimes I'm like, I could go on. I just don't, I don't know. I'm like, I don't want to bore people because I really don't have something set in stone to talk about. So ideas anywhere are welcome and appreciated big time. Um, let's see. Becky, I would think the length of the hair would play a part. So, on how far back the usage is detective. So, yeah, so, they can get hair anywhere. So, like, even if it's, like, pube hair, like, that's what was so funny because like, he did cut his hair, and I think a lot of people were mentioning that. But, like, they can get arm hair, they can get all of that, and, it'll go back, like, 90 days. So, yeah. Let's see. Oh, Lola says, "I just sent you a comment I sent in Mel's chat." Oh, wait, where was it? Do, do, do. Is it up above? Okay, this one. I hope her attorney asked where Justin obtained her medical records. Yes. The fact that he's using unlawfully obtained evidence against her in a custody dispute is vile. Yes. And it is illegal. Yes. And I can't imagine that they wouldn't. But like I hope we're there for that, right? Like I hope we're I hope we're in like, in open court when it's done so that we can see. And I hope to God we get to see him on the stand when he's actually questioned with hard questions because they went very easy on him. There was only one like question that Bradle kind of like got, like in there a little bit and he cowered and he admitted, yes, he only held his child for a second and he left. So I cannot wait for that. And yes, because that is disgusting. I mean, like, oh, it just it angers me, and then like have the audacity to put it in a filing after you've illegally obtained it. You're disgusting. Like, and then they wonder why people like he had said something about not wanting any our family wizard messages put online, right? Well, how about just not being a scumbag? Then none of your stuff would be talked about. And we'd be like, okay, look, like he was a scumbag and his family was a scumbag, but they've really turned it around. Like, props to them because everybody here is like very invested and wants what's best for Caden. I don't think anybody here is like, oh, Caden should never see his father again because that's unhealthy too. Like, unless there's an absolute reason why he shouldn't see his father, like, a kid needs parents, both of them, and it's ideal for a child to have both of them, so how about just not being a douchebag? And, yeah, then people wouldn't talk about you and all of that. It'd be real easy. The fix is real easy, buddy, but they can't do that. It's that coercive control that they're trying to spin. Ugh, but yes, okay. Lola, was that the comment you were talking about putting in? Okay. Jen O says she wants to hear about your PI stuff. I can easily do that. Absolutely. Um, let's see here. And thank you so much, Lola, for your super chat. That is very much appreciated. Genuine, you were in the chat today too. I can't remember which one. I was like trying to see so many chats today. There was Baker streaming stuff, then there was Mel streaming stuff, and sometimes I'm like, man, which one was which chat? So a lot of good information. We are so lucky to have some really amazing streamers that um just give us like a little different taste like on each channel. We're just lucky. Oh, hi, Leah. Talking about Baker's ex-wife, Leah Baker. I want to know if there will be a decision ruled about parenting time. Girl, you and me both, because we all know like Massachusetts, they just seem to kick the can down the road and not like rule from the bench. And it's really frustrating, especially when we're going on a year and she had one visit, one like 2-hour visit with her baby and Justin was there. Like, does that even count? Like, can she really say the things she wants to say? Like, I just imagine that being such a personal thing. Like, the things she would wanna say to her baby after not seeing him for almost a year, and Justin's there? Like, "Get the fuck outta here. Like, what are you doing? Like, get out." Like, I can't imagine. Like, that's such a like, a personal thing and, like, ugh, I don't know. Uh Liviana saying, "Did you see the case where the doctor is charged with 81 counts of, vulnerable women at Boston Hospital?" No. Is this new? I can't. I would love to get out of Boston at some point. Like, all these cases are there. Is this new? Please tell me more. Um, has Kelsey filed a police report yet? Specifically on, I'm assuming, the medical records and stuff like that. So they skipped that part. So like, and that's like something that like a lot of people don't really know. Like most of the time, like if someone hacks your account or um breaks in your house, that's exactly what you're gonna do, right? You're gonna call the cops, file a police report, all of that stuff. Um, but they have access to the actual, district attorney. So, like, her attorney emailed him all the videos, all the evidence they have of what he accessed on her computer, when, under what Wi-Fi. I mean, really, like, ironclad stuff. And that's when the DA, who is like, they skipped basically the police part, right? And went right to, because the police are gonna bring it to the DA, who is gonna be the ultimate person to say, "I'm not gonna try this," right? Or, "I'm gonna try this." Um, and Gubatosi, small hands Gubatosi, said, "I'm not doing anything. This is not anything. It's, nothing to see here." And so, filing a police report now on stuff they already have, they're not charging him, which is an outrage in itself. And ultimately goes back to Gubatosi and Paul Tucker as, um, the district attorney there or whatever. Yeah, Gubitosi's not district attorney. I misspoke. So, yeah, that's like for what normal like civilians who had that happen, but like because there was a case, because there was all of this, and he would have been the one. That whole thing is just mishandled, and they said they basically would give him immunity if, you know, he was brought on the stand, and it's disgusting. I mean, it's absolutely disgusting that they're protecting this guy all for what? Like his testimony, which was nothing, like he offered nothing to their case. Um, so yeah, that was something that still pisses me off. Scott, yes, Justin claims that he has a clean hair follicle test. I question where he got it done, but if so, if it's accurate, good for him. But again, also what panel did he get done? Like the one that has a few tests on it, or was it like a full panel? Like I don't know. I have questions. Um, yes. Let's see. Mr. Bradle alluded to reports. Yeah, absolutely. He said that at the press. I love that he came out and said that right after she was acquitted or not acquitted. Yeah, acquitted. Um, and he was just like, "Oh, we've taken this to the feds." So, if you guys haven't watched it, I had a federal prosecutor, who is well, a former federal prosecutor. Now he um does a lot of 1983 cases. He is an attorney to the stars. He just had a trial against Kanye. Nima Ramani is his name, and I had him on um right before the trial. And so I went over and asked like some of the questions about what, if anything, will be done or could be done. He's just great. He's very knowledgeable, and he's a young guy who like graduated like first and like highest whatever in Harvard, like just brilliant guy. And he's just a real cool dude. So if you haven't watched that, go back and watch it on my stream. He's really knowledgeable. Um but yeah, they absolutely did take it to the feds, and I loved that Bradle came out right after that in, on the press conference right on the steps. Scott was there and said that. I love that he did that. Let's see. Yeah, the nerve of these people. Exactly. And that's it, right? They have no fear of any consequences either. I think they have been like enabled their whole life, and if they had such connections to like family court, yeah, I think absolutely they have, or they think they're going to get special treatment, and apparently they were, right? From Stowe Police Department. What kind of BS was that? And then as soon as it was called out, they just stopped with the people driving by checking on the property. It just stopped abruptly. How funny was that? Like, oh, okay. Yeah, so they were getting special treatment. It's just crazy. Um, let's see. Yeah, Leah, I don't either, but you know, like I said, do they have connections? Do they have I don't know. I have questions. Let's see. Oh, Mr. Monk says, I wonder if Justin were recording glasses somehow recorded the visit. I would not put it past him. Um, and if that's the case, one party state, right? Wouldn't be smart, but he's not smart. Let's see here. Oh, Lola, thank you so much for your super chat. She says, I also wanted to know if Kelsey has filed a police report. The feds are great, but that's not a sure thing. Yeah, the feds are not a sure thing. Absolutely. Um, hopefully you got what I said. If not, I can clarify more on the police report, but um I don't believe there's been any police report filed because they just kind of skipped that step because they had access to the um the DA and who would be prosecuting that case. And then he also said there was a conflict of interest and they kicked it to Middlesex County, who also had a conflict of interest. So then they kicked it back to Gubatosi, and then Gubatossi's like, "Oh, okay. Well, we'll just give him immunity." As if, first of all, that's like not even ethical. Like, what are we doing? So it's just crazy. Okay, Genuine was in Baker's. Okay, that's what I was thinking. All right. Um, I am behind. Do I know who the new judge is gonna be yet? For tomorrow, yes. Let me find it for you. So do, do, do. Let me find it. Okay. Okay, it looks like Mitchell Munevar. I don't know how you would pronounce that. Um, Karen R. So maybe that's it's she's in hyphenated. Okay, so Karen with a Y, Mitchell Manover. I don't know. That is apparently the judge. So, and Ulrich is still scheduled for, I think it's the, um, is it the July? Let's see. Yep, the July hearing is still scheduled and supposed to be Ulrich. So none of them really know what's up with it, but it seems as though the judges move around a lot there. So I don't know if that's really anything to read into anything. But nobody really knows what's up with that. So I guess we will find out. Let's see here. Yeah, Becky, that would be my assumption. Hi, Becky. That he stopped. Um, let's see. The one today in Norfolk with the mom really upsets me. Who is this? Is this a new case, Lori? Tell me more. Um, no, you don't need to be sorry, Lola. You're good. Um, I know. Look, I'm right there with you. I wish there's a HIPAA medical court to charge Justin. I'm like, whatever charge is possible. Charge him with everything. Charge him for falling. Charge him for not doing leg day. Charge him for whatever we can charge him with. Um, let's see. I feel like, hold on. I wish they would make this. Oh, you know what? I have my mouse. I'm okay. I'm gonna do this. There we go. Okay. Jen O saying, I feel like Kelsey is heavily focused on getting reunited with her son regularly and not for 2 hours under Justin's creepy. Yes. And you know what? Like, that's the whole point, to have it regular, right? Because that's how baby C is gonna get like acclimated to her, and it's gonna happen fast, but like it does have to be regular. Otherwise, what are we doing? Like, that's the whole point. So, the fact that he waited until then, and I think Melanie was 100% right. His attorney was probably like, "You know how bad it's gonna look if you haven't let her see the baby? Court's in a couple days, buddy." So, I think that that's exactly probably what happened. Um, and look, like, we hear it all the time, like, even in criminal trials, like, you can only control your client so much. Like, if someone wants to testify and they're dead set on testifying, they're not gonna listen to their attorney. So, I wonder if that's happening here, and it's maybe Lisa and Dougie, especially, and they're like, because Justin was very, like, agreeable, "Yes, your honor, da, 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 da," he looked scared at the other court hearing. So I'm just wondering if that's happening behind the scenes, like, they're like, "No, we're not doing this," and, they're only gonna listen as much as they're gonna listen. Um Let's see here. Okay. Derek Todd. Let me write this down. Okay. And did you say Mass General? Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up. That's wild. I mean, God, I don't know how people I don't know how people sleep at night doing stuff like that. It's just crazy. Leah Baker said we are getting out of Massachusetts. Someone on Twitter said you don't even live here. I have family and friends there. We can all okay. Exactly. Was it someone on Twitter that I'm thinking it was someone on Twitter, like the same person who was telling the glare he couldn't wear Boston stuff? Um, yeah, look, we're all interested in like true crime cases, corruption cases, and I don't care where they are. If they're in that state, then so be it. If they're in another state, then like, people are dumb. People are so dumb. Um, okay. Tammy saying, I'm throwing out a scenario. I was wondering, with all the accusations between the two of them, can the judge put baby C in foster care? Absolutely not. No. Um, accusations are cleared up. Nope. And this is like par for the course. This is that's why Kelsey's Kelsey's filing, it gives her so much credibility and weight because she's just saying, look, I'm willing to agree to, supervised visitations, whatever. I just want to see my child and I want to have access to also make joint decisions about his health. And she is only alleging and she has a right to come back from his allegations of things and thankfully um thankfully she did because like Justin's things were so wild. Everything he said was so out there and twisted and spun and all of that. But you have two capable parents. They will never like the court does not have the ability to do that. Um, so and not only that, even if they for whatever reason found them unfit, which there's no allegations of either one of them being unfit to care for the child, um, there's family members, so they would go to the family members, and then, I've even seen friends who don't have criminal records who would be willing to care for the child before they would ever go into foster care. So thank goodness, but I understand why you're saying that because this whole thing with them just ripping the baby out from Kelsey seems so wrong, and it is wrong, but and so, like, like, that's a terrifying thought, right? Like, if they can do that, what else can they do? Um, let's see. Yep. So Jeno saying, "Yep, that wouldn't be in the best interest." Absolutely not. Yep. Um, let's see. Ugh, victims are minors too. That's terrible. Let's see. Oh, you're fine. I would never ignore your super chat. Let's see. Doo-doo-doo. Oh, okay, Andrea, you watched the Nema show. Yeah, he's great. He is really, really good, and his wife also does family law cases. There's Veda. Veda, hi, honey. I wanna get, like, some kind of a cat thing back here so that, like, I know there's her and her brother and then the other guy, they would all come up on there, and that way, like, you guys could see the cat while I stream, and, sometimes they fight, and it's really funny. Like, not mean fight, but they'll just, like, slap each other and, all that. It's really it's very funny. So I thought about getting something back there so they can come and sit and you guys be able to see them. Um, yeah, his wife is, she does family law. He was a former federal prosecutor. Now he does, suits like 1983 cases. So, like, he has so much insight, and so he was really just like the first person I thought of to talk to about this case. Oh, look at you. Yep. Yes. And I didn't even know at the time that his wife was a family law attorney. I knew she was an attorney, but not family law. And my God, they are like Ken and Barbie. Like the most gorgeous couple ever, like, stunning. So it's pretty cool. Hi, Maza. Hello. I'm so behind. I don't know if you're still in the chat. I am so slow at the chat. I am definitely not Maza, chat ready. He can do, like, 8 things at once and still read chats and send messages. I am not. Um, yes, okay. Let's see here. Yeah, I believe, that it will be streamed. That is my understanding, and yes, big props to Maza. His, fundraisers alone, $50,000 in 15 shows. That's insane. That's dedication. That's an amazing human, and we are so lucky to have him, love him, and know him. He, talk about just a genuine, kind, amazing, excuse me, soul, and the amount of money he's raised in really just a limited time for Kelsey is incredible. It's absolutely incredible. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, $1,000,000 question is why the special treatment. Yep, absolutely. I don't think we've Baker was saying that too. I don't think we've pinpointed exactly how or why. Obviously, there's connections with the Stowe Police Department, that's why they were getting special treatment there. Um, but yeah, how much do they have access to the court from what they previously did with, um, all of the stuff that they did with addiction? I mean, ho I it's a lot. Um, hey, I don't know how to say your name. I always am like, Jiho? Tell me how to say your name or what your name is because I always wonder and I'm like, I don't know. Tell me. Judge Erskine said, Dippy's attorney Dippy's attorney being at the visitation means he or she can be a witness and legally cannot be his lawyer. Wait, what? Okay, Judge Erskine weighed in on it. Oh, I'm gonna have to check. Okay. Um, oh wow. So they made like a boo-boo then. That's interesting. Was it on Twitter or was she on a show? Tell me everything and your name. Let's see. Liviana, I think if he signed something, they can't. And even if he didn't sign something, he can claim that it was offered verbally. And so I don't think so, unfortunately. Um, they It's so wrong, and it really just it pisses me so far off that they offered him a deal, and, I mean, ethically, he could argue all day long, I think, if even if he didn't sign anything that they offered it to him verbally, and it's also on, um, you know, court record, him saying that they would offer him something if he testified so that he wouldn't incriminate himself, so it's so wrong. It's so wrong. But yeah. Carmen is your address. Hey, good to see you. What are the chances this will get pushed tomorrow because the new judge and new motions? I don't think it's gonna get pushed. Now, whether or not that she'll rule, that's that's a question because um it seems judges jump around there. Hopefully, she's prepared and it doesn't seem like maybe everything will get figured out tomorrow. Like family court is a tedious process, but at least we can get things moving and hopefully she doesn't kick the whole thing down the road. That's the thing I'm concerned with. But I think there will be some even if we don't get it to tomorrow, hopefully like in the coming days if she doesn't roll from the bench, which seems to be the case a lot there. So, good question. Hi, Gwen. Maybe Justin is just real pissed Kelsey is getting the world support. Oh, 100%. Yes, and he isn't getting any. Yeah, because think about it. He tried to spin the narrative that she was this crazy, incoherent, crazy person, right? And none of us bought it. Like, we all were like, "Yeah, none of this is making sense." Um, and then, you know, it just got pushed out, like, even before she could say anything, nobody was buying it, and he tried to spin it, and it didn't work. Like, it worked on his behalf, right? And that's what pisses me off. It worked at a local level. Like, he got the baby. He got what he wanted, or what Lisa and Dougie wanted, right? Like, he got the baby. She hasn't been able to see him in almost a year, finally got to see him. Um, Made her at a local level look like she was some crazy lunatic to the North Andover Police Department, and she never even got her day at court to have a two-party hearing. Now the world saw it and was like, "No, no, 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 like, this doesn't pass the smell test." And then we started raising our voices and saying, "This is not right." And then all the fundraisers and all of that, like, he's big mad about that. Like, he even put it, like, in one of his motions, which just like, "Okay, challenge accepted. This irritates you? Great. We're gonna raise even more money, okay? So you just keep letting us know how pissed you are, and we'll just keep raising more money." Like, he is big mad. Absolutely. I think you're 100% correct. Um, let's see. Uh, okay. Do, do, do. Where are we? Okay. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Hi, old swamp. Hi, old swamp witch man. I wasn't expecting that one. Hello. Are you shape shifting tonight? I don't know. I need to eventually. Let's see, what is this? They need to have an evidentiary hearing and present all the evidence, i.e., those videos, phones. I agree, and I wonder when and if that's coming, or if there will be any witnesses tomorrow. It'll be very interesting. If Justin hacked into her medical files, but he didn't know her password. Oh, right, right, right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we know. And then he was also saying he was accessing her, what was it? He was accessing their joint bank account. Right. Is that why you had to access the emails to change the password to all those things? Because it was your joint account? Like, that doesn't track either, buddy. Strange Credulity. Hello, my friend. Thank you so much for gifting a membership. And thank you so much for being here. I got to meet Strains excuse me, up in Mass and at the court. She is always there showing support for Kelsey, and a great human as well. Let's see. Amy saying Justin stole everything out of Kelsey's house. Yes, kitchen pots, pans, unopened wedding gifts. Yeah, listen, and I think that's why he had all of the firefighter buddies, and I fully believe he would have cleared out every piece of furniture, everything, um if he could have. And like, the amount of disgustingness. Who does that? Who does that? A scumbag does that. Oh, Chastity saying, "Charger from Black Sock sneaker combo." Melanie was irked over it. Yeah, dude, the guy has no style. We saw his Walmart tie, okay, and it was like Walmart tie from, like, the '80s. Like, what is happening? Ties are not expensive. Just here's a free tip, Justin. You can go to, like, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, get a tie for, like, $19, and it will be a nice tie, and you won't look like a clown. But, you're not paying rent, I'm assuming, right? Like, what is he spending his $100,000 um firefighter salary on. Where's it going? It's wild. Let's see. Oh, okay, Scott saying, okay. This new Judge Mitchell here, I don't know how to pronounce the last name. I don't want to butcher it, so I'm not appointed in 2024. She previously had 20 years in family law. That's great. And adjunct professor and Juris Doctorate from the Northeast School of Law. Okay. Scott, do we know how old she is? Um, well, I guess she has to be a little bit older with the 20 years. So a relatively new judge. Okay, I like that. I like that. Thank you for doing that. Oh, Genuine, you got the membership. Congratulations. Thank you so much, Strange Credulity. Um, let's see here. Melanie said that there was a Michael Easter report out. Yes. This is what I meant. I listened to that and I heard that. I was listening to Mel and Rebecca today. And they mentioned it too, and that was one of the things I wanted to do today. Totally forgot about it. I love Michael Easter. I think he is fan friggin' tastic, and I always love him on Justice Served, and so I wanted to go see his actual report that he, wasn't able to talk about, or the fact that Bev didn't let that in. Oh, the audacity of that woman. Yes, I wanna see that. If you have you Oh, do I know anything about it? No, just that it's out and, it was like 4,000 some pages in. But I am dying to see that. Thank you for reminding me because I literally totally forgot to look for that. Kelsey versus Justin testifying, she came across as genuine, intelligent, and honest. He came across as an idiot. Yes, Karen, he did. And I will say it, again, and probably, like, I don't know that there's gonna be another, witness who is on trial who did such a amazing job testifying. She came off like there's nothing she could have done better. I've seen a lot of people testify. I'm big on body language. I'm big on everything. Word analysis, all of that stuff. She just was incredible. Like when you have nothing to lie about and your story is the truth, you can own it. And she's so well spoken, intelligent. She did incredible. And in the courtroom, you missed some things. I went back and watched it. She did even more incredible than I thought she already did when I was there in person. When I watched it back on Melanie's channel, she just she just knocked it out of the park. It was amazing. Um, yes, okay. Okay, Lola thinks he should be charged, for the socks, the black socks as well. Let's see. Do, do, do. Okay. If, for example, family, like siblings, grandparents are proven, to cause alienate parents in a custody dispute and the custodial parent lives with them, can the court order that the custodial parent, to move? Mm, that I don't know. I mean, I would think that there would be measures taken maybe before making them move, and I'm not sure. I know, like, if there's some kind of a criminal record, that would be, like, a given for them to do that. For that, I'm not sure. I would think that they would maybe order them to counseling and, like, to straighten it out, like, "Get your shit together, stop doing this." I don't know, but that's a good question. That would be a question for Lori, who will be on with Maza tomorrow night, and myself. Hi Carolyn, how are you? Good to see you. Caught alive. Oh good. The notifications worked. Yeah. Guys, so friggin' YouTube is doing crazy with notifications. So like if you haven't interacted or something, they're just like they're unchecking you basically to get notifications. Um And since I don't have a schedule when I go live, like, it really is just random when I can. And so, make sure you're subscribed and your notification thing is hit, like the bell, and check like, make sure you're resubscribed because, like, some people, they're unsubscribing them. YouTube is acting crazy. Let's see. I know, Leah. Mazik can read with one eye in the chat at all times. I know. It's insane. Like, full in conversation, reading chats and replying to them at the same time while checking the amount of the fundraiser and how much, like, we've raised. Like, it's just nuts. Like, he's so talented. And here I am just, like, still very far behind in the chat. Maz is the GOAT, yes. Brit Gal, "Hey, Brit, how are you? The Aliens and the McAlberts of North Andover only less seasoned about this stuff." 100%, 100%. It's a good analysis and a good, analogy. I love it. Um, let's see. Oh, Lisa G became a member. Thank you so much, Lisa. Welcome to the family. I appreciate it. We are so glad to have you here. All right, let's see. Scott saying the Alyaian family has a lot of ties. Family and friends wise, someone I can't name was showing me the family tree and the connections. I wasn't given permission to copy it, but it's amazing. Trust me. Oh, I take your word for it. And that's kind of what I wanted to like know. Like, I'm sure someone's figured it out, but it's like from the inside, it's hard to like pinpoint, is it family related? Like the McAlberts were like family with a lot of them and like second family, or is it like court related because of what they're, what they do and the stuff with the addiction. So like I have so many questions, but that is fascinating. And I'm glad that you were able to see that and can't wait for you to be possibly able to share that in the future at some point. Let's see. Dippy. I kind of want to call him just an alien. Trippy Dippy. I like it. Trippy Dippy. It has a good ring to it, and he is trippy and he's dippy. I love it. I'm a fan. Um, I don't know if you guys noticed the thumbnail on this video. You could miss it if you didn't look at it, but yeah, near your convenience. Maybe when you go click the like button um, for this video, check out the picture of Trippy Dippy. You can like it. Okay. Let's see. Okay, Amy is quoting, I'm assuming what Ulrich or not Ulrich, Erskine said. Rules of professional conduct 3.7 lawyer witness rule prohibits combining these roles to prevent jury confusion with some expectation for non-material issues. Oh wow, interesting. Thank you, Amy. All right. Yes. Let's see. Hi, Karen, my friend, my roommate. Karen, for those of you who do not know, was my roommate for the Kelsey Fitzsimmons trial. We met at the Adwick Foss trial. And she was also very invested in the Kelsey Fitzsimmons thing. So we kind of thought, like, hey, maybe, if we both go up there, um, we should hook up and whatever. And so we did. We got an Airbnb that was literally like not even a block from the courthouse. Is the next, like, you could almost reach out and touch the courthouse from where we were staying. We had a really cool like 2-bedroom loft. And so let's see. Thank you for your super chat, Karen. Congrats on getting monetized. The Edric Foss hearing is June 21st. Go over the trial for everyone. I was as pissed as Melanie Little reading Justin's filings. Still feel so wrong from the last hearing and his motion for full custody. Yeah, if you guys would be interested in that, potentially I could pick like some of the good witnesses. actually, how long Karen, how long was that trial? 2 weeks or 1 week? I can't remember. I'm just trying to think of when I can do it. I could do it, like, on a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday when I have off. Potentially, we could do that and go over I know a lot of you, though, are cupcakes, and so they probably saw it with Mel, and I can't compete with that. Like, that's the way to watch a trial. But if anyone's interested in that, absolutely. I still want to do a fundraiser for him, um, as well, because that it was so wrong what was done to him in that courtroom by the judge, the prosecutor. I mean, just it was so wrong. And there's just so many other suspects that like how anyone could convict him and say with with all, reasonable doubt excluded, like he was the one. I don't it's wild. So yeah, if you're interested in that, we could absolutely do that. We just have to figure out like timing on it, but absolutely. Um, let's see. Andrea. If he had acted like a normal human being, was agreeable to let her FaceTime. Exactly, it's a FaceTime. Exactly. With the baby or let her family see him, might have had a different view. But he was so disgusting. He has no hope. I agree. Listen, leopards don't change their spots. And especially when he's living with his family and like we can tell that's how he was raised, right? And so I just as much as I would love it for baby C, I don't see it changing anytime soon. Um, Karen, thank you for being here. I hope you get a great night's sleep. Um, yeah, I have to be up early too, but I don't sleep that much. But I hope you sleep wonderful and thank you for being here. Um, Amy, nobody falls in love faster than a man with a 480 credit score. Just kidding. No, girl, you're not just kidding because that is so true. So true. Yeah. Or a man that lives with his parents and has nowhere else to go, right? Like, so true. The love bombing, which is, what I'm assuming is happening because we know it happened fast. And like that happens, like that happens. People sometimes you don't find out who the people are until, they've showed you this great side and then you're like, "Wait, what? This is not making sense." And then you're like, "Well, that guy's in there somewhere, right?" Yeah, probably not. Um, let's see. Okay. Yep. He moved back in with mom. I'm guessing she has her own set. Right, like, what did he need her dishes for and her pots and pans? Like, did Lisa need new dishes and pots and pans? What was he gonna do? Chastity, I think it was 100% Dougie's tie. It was a lucky tie that wasn't so lucky. I think you are correct. Let's see. Oh, I'll give you a clue as to where it's going. He kept it in the freezer. Yeah, Chastity. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I would not doubt it, in my opinion. Mike Easter is hot. He is hot. I was like, "Oh," when first time I saw him, and, what did we call him? Was it FBI daddy or, like, dada daddy? I don't remember, but we didn't get to, like, see him in court, but, like, I remember, the chat was saying something when he first came on with Justice Served. Yeah, he's really cute. He really is. You're hot. Um, do. I love that you guys are having conversations in here. I love it. Liviana said, "I check my favorite subscribers like yourself rather than relying on notifications. You're smart. It's hard though. Hi, Jeannie Lynn. How are you? I'm way behind in the comments, but so happy that you are here. Hi, Kathy. Okay, let's see. There were 2 other filings that no one covered today, but there are only 4 pages. Were there? I have not checked. If you know what they are or what they say, please fill us in. Allie in Texas, what's up, girl? I saw you all in the chats. We were having our own funny conversation half the time. And she agrees Easter is super hot. Let's see. All right. Trippy Dippy and his skin tea legs. Yes. Let's see. Okay. What is the hearing for? I haven't heard anything. I'm so curious. Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna have to specifically I know it's for some type of visitation thing. I'm gonna have to go to Lori's ex to find out though, because okay, hold on. Do do. Okay. Okay. Kelsey will be in probate court in Family Lawrence tomorrow. Um for the following scheduled proceedings. Defendant Kelsey's motion for further temporary orders. Plaintiff Justin's motion for further temporary orders. Plaintiff's motion for appointed category E guardian ad litem, so that will happen tomorrow. Note category E is a mental health professional. So they're wanting like a specific guardian ad litem that would also be well versed in the mental health field. Um, I don't know exactly what it means with the temporary orders. I think Justin filed his own temporary order because he didn't like what Kelsey suggested. I know that Justin didn't like the social worker that she suggested or things like that. That would be my guess. But I think we're all a little like not sure either because will there be any kind of like evidentiary hearing? Um, I'm not as familiar with family court as like criminal court, so I think we'll all kind of be um you know, wondering and find out tomorrow all at once. Um, hopefully the judge will forgo the motion and add the ad litem and rule on the visitation further without further delays. Yes. Ad litem to investigate and file their report, which would kick it out for months. Right. And that's the concern. Like, Justin can say like all these things and it can keep this going for months. So I just hope that does not happen. Exactly. Let's see here. Um, what was Faust accused of again? Faust was accused and convicted of red rum, of this Georgia UGA student who wanted to be an attorney in Athens, Georgia. And Melanie covered the case. She was the reason I heard of the case. Nobody was covering the case. Court TV had it on for like 2 seconds and then they didn't really do anything with it. And it was such a huge case in Georgia. And also like there was so many suspects and the police didn't investigate like one of the lead suspects because it's a good old boys network. They believed him. Adwick is black. All of the suspects, I believe, I could be wrong, but I think all of them were white. I think that probably played a big part in it. Um, and it's just what you see the judge doing in the courtroom and what she did to Mr. Foss's attorney is disgusting. And that's why I went up because I have family up there. I'm from Georgia, so I was like pissed. And I was like, I'm gonna go up for this. And I went up for some of the trial and it was it was crazy. Absolutely crazy. The jury, I I don't know. There's all kinds of things about the jury like that you're hearing. You don't know 100% what's true, what's not true, but there was, like, congressmen and stuff in the courtroom, and they felt pressured as some things I'm hearing. I don't know if that's accurate, but it's pretty crazy. Um, but if you haven't watched it, I mean, like, again, I can cover it, but I'm not gonna do it justice like Mel does. But it's just a really good case, and she's the one who got it out there, like, and then once she started covering it, it kind of blew up kind of in the middle of it, and then, like, Twitter was going crazy for the Edwick Voss case. I mean, people were pissed, um, rightfully so. So, let's see. Okay. Hi, Bless Texas. What's up, girl? That was the first cold case I've ever watched, and it was sickening. Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's so many things that were wrong about that case. I, um I was on Melanie talking about, like, my experience in the courtroom and things like that, but then I also did, like, a breakdown of it when I got back home and, like, went over my notes and stuff, and I don't know if you saw that, but, like, there was some, um, just some things I noticed and all of that, that you can go back and watch if you're interested, but, doo, doo, doo. Okay. Allie said, "Your last super chat said that there's a hearing for the FOST in June. I should have been more clear, sorry." No, no, you're fine. Um, and remind me what you were saying about were you saying the like, to cover that? Yeah, we could absolutely do that, but again, I'm gonna be over, like, at Mel's. I like watching it at Mel's house. But I will do whatever you guys wanna do. Okay, Tara Baker, is the lady who was red rummed. Very brutal. It was a very personal crime. That's what, like, stands out. It was not something that was done by a stranger who didn't know her, and Edwick, um, well, they wouldn't allow half the stuff in that he wanted in, but he didn't have, like, a personal, like, close relationship with her, and that was another reason that it made absolutely no sense. The person cleaned up the kitchen, they had a like, the doors were locked back afterwards. It was obviously someone that was in her life, knew what keys I mean, it was just I could go on and on, like, it was I was so rattled. Sorry, I'm yawning. I was so rattled after watching that. I mean, it was disgusting. Um, yes, and Melanie timely manner. Melanie had Ahmad Cruz on. God, I love that man. He is so kind, and my goodness, he loves the cupcakes and Melanie. Um, his wife, he told me, he's like, "My wife says she's a cupcake now." And I'm like, "Yeah, she is." Like, I mean, he's so nice. He is such a kind man. And he wanted to give, like, so much credit to his intern, that had been working on the case for a couple years as well. And, so when I met him, he that was one of the first things he wanted to introduce him and, give him some recognition, which I just thought, like, that says so much about him. He's just such a good man. Um Yeah, Chastity, you watched it too, and the faith in the jury trial has dwindled. I know, and you know what? Like, it sucks because we have a great system here, but it's definitely not perfect. And unfortunately, like with Casey Anthony, like juries do get it wrong, and that's why it's so scary. And I I jury trial is won or lost in, um, picking your jury. It just is, and, they picked Mr. Foss picked people who were rule followers, and I think that that backfired. Um, I think that that backfired. Okay. Bless Texas watched it with Melanie, but also with Defense Diary. I love Defense Diaries. Allie and Bob, yes, and Runkle at night, just to get everyone's intake on it. That is what I freaking love about our community is we have so many good people and they like each bring something different and you pick up different points like with each people and or each creator. And um when you're really into a case, I think that's the best way to do it, to watch as many as you can. It's amazing. Um, I would post all the charges, but it's super long. I'd have to change a lot of words. Oh, okay, thank you. I didn't even think about that, Allie. Um, like, I'm new to this monetization stuff, so good thinking out, good watching out for me, girl. Thank you. Um, he was adorable. Are we talking about Easter? Because he is adorable too. Okay. Um Yeah, Leah, you're not the only one. I mean, it was like defeat, like I think that was Melanie's thought as well. It was just like, yeah, everybody felt defeated. Like, how are they going to convict, right? And then they did. Maybe he can appeal. Yeah, absolutely. And I think he will. Well, I know he will, but he's raising money right now, and that's why I do wanna have a fundraiser for him. He's raising money for that appeal because they want a specific attorney that's, like, really, really good and, that Mr. Cruz is very familiar with. I think he did YSL. Am I correct on that? I cannot remember. But I think he has a great shot at winning the appeal. I mean, the stuff that was done in that trial was ridiculous. Um Yeah, Allie. Him saying that Edward Foss knew who we were and supported him made me ugly cry. Yes, and I can tell you, like, he talk about I mean, the way that not only Edward was treated, but, like, the way that Mr. Cruz was treated, that's what really disgusted me. Like, hey, I don't know because they didn't like him because he was an outsider from Atlanta coming up to Athens. Like, dude, you passed the same bar. Like, like, how dare that judge treat him the way that she did treat him? It was deplorable the way she spoke to him. And I think he really understood too, like, we were there to support Edwick, but we were also there to support him, and I think he just really appreciated it, and then his wife started watching Melanie and, um, the coverage from her, and so, um, I think they're cupcakes for life now too, and we love it. Oh, good, Allie, you were there, cool. Yeah, no, that was really fun. I was honored to be on there with her. Hi, Gwen. I love y'all. I know. We have so many just really, really cool people in this community. Oh, hello, Zach. I am very slow at the chat, but hello. How are you? Um, let's see. All right. Yeah, Ali saying it's a must watch, but it's rough and we all ugly cried. Yeah. Um, Everybody saying that they were depressed. Um, yeah, it was awful. Okay, what's this? Blessed Texas saying, I got off Bob and Ellie's live with them covering it. The Aaron Spencer, and that's another sickening trial. I am so ready for Aaron Spencer, and I am also so nervous that the judge is not going to allow cameras. That is such a huge case. Like, they have to allow cameras. It's sickening. Not, I mean, like, this man chased that sicko for 6 miles before he did the maneuver to get him off the road. That, to me, is restraint, because if my child was in there with a predator who had already, um, taken advantage of her multiple times before, I can't say I would have waited 6 miles if I knew how to do a maneuver, so good for him. Like, what is going on? Like, that man deserves a medal. It's disgusting. Again, someone who has connections to the police department, and they were protecting him. Would that have happened with just a regular sicko that was doing things to children? Probably not. I mean, but because of who he was, like, it's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Let's see. Yeah, absolutely. Some of these cases, and that's why I have like fun stuff up. I have like Legos, things that make me happy because we and that side of the room is like Pop Mart stuff, like figurines, like I this my office is it's a happy place because we cover dark, deep things and I work on missing case missing persons cases a lot of times and you got to do what's best for your mental health. You have to take breaks, you have to check out sometimes and you know do things that are for you and all that because it gets dark and deep sometimes and um you know but hello again, Zach. Zach spells my name so cool. He says I stream sometimes and he's 100% accurate. I do stream sometimes. I don't know when. It's random, but I do stream sometimes. Okay. Let's see. Oh, am I going the wrong way? Yep, sure am. Okay. All right. Yeah, I know. I can't believe that it hasn't been dropped either, especially with the new judge. And yep, Bless Texas saying the fact that they so happened to lose the SD card out of Fossler's dash cam. That is ridiculous. That's on them. You're shit out of luck. You don't have that. Like you dropped the case because I don't believe for a second you accidentally lost that. That's it's. Mm. Ugh, these people. Yep, Zach is my marketing director. He's pretty good at it, and he's free. I mean, that's a steal of a deal, right? Let's see. Sus. It is sus. She just doubled my salary. Yeah, exactly. No way it was an accident. I don't buy it at all. Not for 1 second. What's the word? Grr. So, yeah, egregious that they had dropped it. Yeah, I mean, it's just nuts. And like the fact that they're saying that she was in a relationship with him, dude, she was a child. She was groomed and she's not capable of giving consent. Like it's disgusting. Um yeah. Amy's saying you're worth every penny, Zach. um yeah, I don't know. There's so many wild cases and I just think like what a disservice if that trial is not going to be streamed. Thankfully, I think Bob and Allie are still going up there to cover it in person. So we'll have them um but it won't be the same. We won't be able to see it and we'll have to go off their notes and things like that, which way better um than not having it at all, but still what's up, expert? Hi. Also for all you guys watching Saturday, I don't know exactly what time yet, but myself, Emily C, Baker, and Expert, we are gonna do a Lego stream. And that's what I was talking about. Like sometimes these cases are heavy and just having like a fun Lego stream um is what the doctor ordered. And so hopefully you guys will join us and maybe you guys like get Legos and do them with us and then somehow we figure out how to bring like some of you on just to show us what you're doing or something. I don't know, that could be fun. If anybody is into Legos, we could possibly do that. Drop some links and you guys could come on and show us what you're doing, and make it like interactive. Talking about Mazda doing like so many things at once. I don't haven't really thought it through how I will do that. So like but we're gonna do it and it'll be fun and hopefully you guys will be here for it and yeah. Oh, Zach doesn't like Can I bring Play-Doh? You know, you can bring whatever you like. Peeps, Play-Doh, whatever you like. Love Lego, so expensive. They are. They are so expensive. Like, my goodness. You know what though? The more I've gotten into them, I will look on Marketplace, like on Facebook, and you can get them for like a fraction. Like people have put them together and like they've had them up for a second and they're like, I don't want this anymore. And they'll just sell them for like a fraction of the price. And then you can just look up the directions online. That's one way of getting them cheaper. Oh, Amy said her grandson is a Lego wizard. Excellent. Um, no stragglers. Ah, yes, so Saturday, I don't know what time, but we will all be here, and I don't know, there might be some squirrel school in there, like, I am sure Emily is the teacher, so I'm sure Zach will be not Zach, I'm sure Expert will be learning some things about the trial somewhere in there. Something always leads back to Karen Reed because there's a million things that qualify and remind us all of these crazy things in that trial. So, um, it should be fun. Gwen is on it. Okay, let's see. My kids used to get all the Lego sets, Star Wars. Thought that still think that they are overpriced. They are absolutely overpriced. 100%. Um, yep, 100% overpriced. Like, I don't even know what it costs to make them, but they get a killing. I do Lego, but I do on Amazon and the off-brand. Yeah, some of those are great, absolutely. Oh, the micro ones. Oh, that's fun. I've never done a micro one. That is a really cool. Do they have the off-brand ones that go on the wall? Because, I have not looked I have done a few off-brand ones, and they were fantastic, but I've not looked specifically for the wall ones, and I did that one, and I, like, kind of obsessed with the wall ones now. So I would be interested to know that. I did call you Zach, but at least I know your name because you didn't know my name in the chat the other day. I did call you Zach, though. Um, let's see. Yeah, Karen retrial, it just keeps going. Like, it's never ending, especially with that civil suit. Oh my god. Like, it's gonna unfortunately, I don't think we're ever gonna get justice for John because they didn't investigate, but we will still continue to, like, learn nuggets that we didn't, and it's like it's crazy. It really is crazy. Um, yeah, the trial that just keeps giving. What happened with Turtle Boy? Did the judge rule yet? In which one, Liviana? I don't know. Is there something that's pending? Because I think his hearing isn't till like later. Oh, Debbie, you're working on the micro ones right now. And these are micro. What is the brand? I'm writing it down. If you know the brand, let me know because now I'm gonna have to. I love Amazon. How many things? Okay, I need like an average. How many things are in your cart right now on Amazon? I need to know because I don't know a number. Mine's full. Like they keep kicking things out the more I add. Um, that's probably not normal, but I just love going on there. I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I might need this," and, like but I don't wanna forget it. I'm not getting it right now, but I wanna know that I have it. I may have a problem. I don't know. Oh, hi, Baker. No, no, no. No off-brand Lego. That's anti-Danish. I know, my friend so Baker, my one of my really good friends, she's living in Belgium. She's from London, but she's living in Belgium, has been working there for a long time now, like 6 years or something. And, so I told her about the stream, and she's like, "Oh, Baker's in the land of the Legos," and I'm like, "Yeah." Um, and Zach is telling on me. I called him or not Zach, I called him Zach again. I'm sorry. Maybe it's because I don't know your real name. But the expert's telling him, yeah, I called him Zach, and now I apparently did it twice. But that's okay. He can't remember my name, so it's kind of fair. Gwen saying the expert, Zach, you're not. Uh, let's see. There's no at least. Okay, Jeno. So I have a problem. Okay, bless text. This is making me feel a little bit more normal. Hers is always full too. Okay, all right. There's multiple brands. Just do a general Google search. I will do it, Debbie. Um, oh, one of my cats is sneezing like a crazy person. Okay. Jeebus, I'm blocked. Does it really talk off brand? Lego when I'm here. Wait, what? You're not blocked. I only blocked Emily C that one time on accident. Baker, I don't know if you were here for that. That was a nightmare. Emily was laughing about it, like, still the next day, but I was panicked. I was trying to, like, bring up her comment and then also trying to click on the little 3 dots to make her a mod, and I accidentally, like, blocked her and banned her, and I was like, "No, no, I can't," and then I couldn't figure out how to get her, like, unblocked or banned, so I was, like, panicked, and then I'm, like, telling her, I'm like, "Oh my god, tell me how to do it," and then I'm like, "Oh, wait, you can't because you're blocked and you can't comment." It was something. It was people thought it was funny. I was panicked. I'm like, "No, we cannot have Emily C blocked." Um, sorry, I'm trying to put my book back. Um, no S in Lego. I know. I know. I know. You're right. Sometimes I say it. Uh, Um, let's see. The baker, at least you weren't called Zach twice. Uh, expert is Zach with the soul. Oh man. Okay, now Zach. Zach is apologizing for Oh man. My bad, fellas. My bad. Let's see. Next Saturday, I am free and have Legos if anyone wants to hang out, except Zach. We'll be playing off-brand Lego here. Baker, I was saying, if anybody like in the chat or your chat or experts chat want to do Lego while we're doing Lego, I left the S off there. Um, then maybe at some point we can drop like a link and I'll just like put it in the chat and then maybe they could come on for a minute and show us what they're working on. Like it could be one community Lego. I don't know. I thought that could be a cool idea. Yes, no one puts Baker in the corner. Absolutely not. Who is Brokeback Blanker? Oh my god. I remember when they called you that. That made me so mad. What? Okay, let's see. My save for later is in the 100s actual cart. Okay. All right. So you save for later. That's a good way. I did that at first and then I just things got out of hand. Oh, so you guys are all like, okay, so like mostly like 4 to 5 to 10 items. That seems all very reasonable. I may need to check myself in somewhere on my Amazon cart. Zach misbehaves, so 1 is enough. That is true. He does. He's very nice to me though, I will say. He's been very respectful and nice to me. So I can't say anything bad about Zach. I would build Lego with Zach before I would buy an off-brand Lego. I just graduated from therapy. Guess who I'll be calling in the morning? Therapy is good. If like anyone has access or their insurance pays therapy, I am a big proponent. I think therapy is great. Everyone should be in it if they can. Oh, hi, Miss. Did someone call my name? It's good to see you. What set are we building? Baker, you're building the chicken, the rooster, right? I don't remember the name from Moana. Um, so I don't know. This is my first time doing a Lego stream. You guys are like professionals. I have the Mona Lisa, but I also thought maybe I got in over my head and like I'm probably not that fast with them, and if I'm, like, running the chat and all that too, like, I thought maybe that I got a little bit over my head. So I also purchased the panda, which is adorable, and they're holding bamboo. It's a mama panda and a baby panda, and they're adorable, and they're not as many pieces. So I have options, whatever you guys think. Um, yeah, Zach, what Lego are you building? Expert, what Lego are you building? We know Baker has the Moana guy, and I can't remember its name. Why can't I remember his name? It's so cute. Zach is nice to me too. He doesn't know, or I don't. He doesn't know why, but he is. Probably because you have the voice of an angel. Zach is nice, and then he offers the pudding pop. Okay, let's see. Okay, Baker, this is your fault. Where do you find the Zach Lovin Mega Block chicks? The Dollywood chicken. Yes. I don't You'll have to tell us the story about why that is a Dollywood thing. Um, Also, do you guys do Dollywood every year? Because I can't make it this year, but potentially if you do it next year, I can, like, plan on it, and that would be super fun because it's not terribly far from me. So if you guys do that every year, I can definitely, plan to come, and I would love to meet people like Side Eyes. I love Side Eyes, Jess. Should do a Lego fundraiser. I said that really weird. Yes, we could do a Lego fundraiser. I don't A panda walks into a bar. Let's see. Have a race to finish. I will lose. I will lose. I will have my iPad up here with the with the thing. I prefer that over the little pamphlet. I have a whole little setup when I do a Lego. It's like it's yeah. Expert will tell the story about the Dollywood chicken. Perfect. I cannot wait to hear about it. Zach may not invite you to Dollywood. Rude. Rude. Why would he not invite me? Um, let's see. Okay. Personally, in the Karen Reed John O'Keefe case, in my opinion, the feds are waiting for the civil trials to end, more evidence, testimony, and lots of depositions. They sometimes wait years. Listen, Liviana, I don't think this is out of the question that the feds have nothing but time. Um, and depending, if goodies come out and they have other goodies that we don't know about, it's possible. I just don't know, like my thought is that they never did an investigation. They just didn't. And then you have cops that know a thing or two about investigations getting rid of evidence and covering it up. So I just have like I don't have high hopes of it ever being solved enough to the point of actually trying someone for it. And I hope that my mind has changed on that. I would love for it. I would love to be wrong. But I don't think you're far away from that. I think the feds are watching. Whether or not they have enough to like have an active investigation, I don't know, but it wouldn't shock me either. Um, let's see here. Oh, you're wrong, expert. I'm invited anywhere. Thank you, Zach. Okay, and he will be right back. Swoosh, not expert. Um, yeah, look, they had enough to go after him for that charge when he took his, phone to the feds and used their system and all that. That's crazy. That was nuts. I got mad. I was like, "Why would he, like" I don't know. Again, the audacity. I don't think there will ever be justice. Yeah, me either, blessed. I really don't. Um, and I think they're dead set on, like, just trying to change and that's the thing, like, get on with your life, right? Like, you probably got away with it, right? So, allegedly, get on with your life and stop trying to, like, manage what everyone thinks on the internet. No one's ever gonna think that Karen did it. So, like, just move along, like, get on with your day. It's wild. These people, they're so they're so vile too, like, that I don't know if you saw that, Baker, it was the first time that, Carpenter came after me, um, and I just blocked her 'cause I'm like, "I don't have time for this lady." But she, like, posted a picture and she, like, singled me and Emily out. We're like, "The sheer joy that these women are having for, mental health and 5150 being said is disgusting and vile," and all this stuff, and I'm like, because we giggled because Baker said 5150 when right at the same time that Aiden came on, like, "Get out of here," and they're like, "They're gonna start calling Kelsey that." I'm like, "Yeah, no, we're not, psycho, like, please go away." Like, ah. Sabrina Carpenter. I like her. No, the, crazy redhead one. Good night, expert. Tell Hat Girl what her name. Bye, Felicia. Sleep good, Zach. Uh, um, yeah, so I was like, Big Red, yes, Big Red, and so I blocked her. I was like, "Oh my god." And it was funny too because, like, I don't know, I'll tell you that later. I probably won't say that on I won't say that over the interwebs. Remind me to tell you something else about why it was interesting that she, like, only pointed out me and Emily. Um, but yeah, then and it was just like I was like, "Thanks," because like, then you saw all her little, like, minions comment afterwards, and I was like, "Oh, thank you. This is really easy to find all of them. Block, block, block." Like, "Thank you. You just saved me a lot of time." They're all together, all of the dumbness. Bye. Yeah, the foreskins. I was telling someone the other day, I can't remember who it was, about the foreskins and, like, why Baker calls them that, and they were dying laughing. It's really the best nickname ever, and it's so fitting. Yeah, Big Red, Funtime, Julie Carp, Bell and Howell. Oh, I haven't heard Bell and Howell. 72 Lumen, Joel Carp, I mean, Light Bar. Oh god, why do these people go get a life, go do something, build a Lego, do a diamond art painting, do something, like, touch grass, go do it all in grass while you're touching grass, like, I don't understand. It's people have no life. Um, well, guys, I've been live way longer than I thought I was gonna be live. I was like, "Oh, come on for, like, 45 minutes, talk about Justin's insanity." Baker, did you see my thumbnail and notice Justin's legs? She is very bright, not smart bright. Yes. Oh, Tuesday can go polish and shine her Dude, why does she talk so slow? And it's, like, in a, like, a very, like sometimes very condescending and slow. Like, it's just, like, very I don't know, it's, like, almost childlike. "I just got out of bed. You have to keep going, or I need to listen to my thoughts." Okay, we can stay on a little bit longer. I mean, we have, like, decent amount of people watching for his latest. Um, so that's cool. Everyone go like the thingy, the video, the live here. Go give it a like, and, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Um, thank you for being here. Um Yes. So people okay, so we need to figure out like nights when I don't really have anything to talk about, but I do want to come on, what you guys would like to talk about. PI stuff we can definitely do. Any other suggestions, feel free to oh, thank you. Timely Manor is on it. That doesn't surprise me because their name is Timely Manor. So that tracks. Um If you think of any other things that you would like to go over, it doesn't have to even be like trial, case related. Um, we can totally do that and send me like a DM on Twitter. I will get around to making the email for the actual show. Chastity Tuesday is the one who is still formulating a thought, isn't she? Yes, as we speak. My thoughts know my name at Broken Baker. How about yours? I think it's because, like, the expert, I feel like it's, like, your show, but then I'm like, "Wait, I don't know his name," and then I was seeing Zach in the comments, and so, like, I don't know. Baker, do you even know his real name? I have questions. Questions. Um, Bless Texas, I am so glad you caught it live. I need to do more of them. The expert, no. They just scream, "Stay away from Zach." Debbie, if you open up your window and stick your head out slightly, you can smell the hair burning inside her brain as she's trying to formulate a thought. Yes. Yes, it's true, Debbie. It's true. I'm not here, but I heard that. Oh, he may have heard that. His name is the expert. So the is your first name, expert last. Got it. Okay. So I could just call you the or the. What Broken Baker said. Okay. Okay, the. Got it. Got it. Um Chastity, I'm glad I learned that you had a YouTube. I did not know, and then I subscribed, and you sing beautifully. Oh. Jeno, my girl, speaking my language, last name ever, first name greatest. Ah, call him the. Okay, I think we should give him the name of our own since none of us I think he looks like a Percival? I don't see it. I don't see it. Zach Baker, an expert, need to have a comedy show. I agree. They crack me up. I absolutely agree. Wait, has Zach ever come on a stream with you guys, or is he just in the chat all the time? Well, except they aren't funny. I think they're funny, Zach. Okay. We just call him expert. His wife calls him worse than that. Uh, let's see. I know Emily doesn't know his name either. So I was like, I wonder if like people who've known him for like a while, like on streaming know, or it's just like never given. Let's see. Now I've got to get a camera and sing on camera so I can be rich and famous per Emily C. Yeah, you absolutely should. We need to figure out how to do, like, a karaoke night. Like, I think this could possibly be fun, I just don't know how to arrange it, and then that would be, like, super fun, and you could, like, teach us, like, suggestions and things. I don't know. I'm I don't know how to, like, get all these things going, but I have a lot of thoughts on things. No one stream on Baker's birthday. Why? Oh, no, I only stream on Baker's birthday. Okay, okay. Baker is a jellyfish, and I'm a jellyfish. I didn't know that that was what they call them there, jellyfish, but we do we have the exact same birthday, Baker? I can't remember. Or just very close, I can't remember. Common sense investigator, yes, Zach has come on streams. That little perv. Oh, I missed the pervy streams. Okay. Expert is it wait, expert's a jellyfish too? We're all jellyfish? No wonder we're, like, having a Lego stream. It's meant to be. Okay. Um, hi, Gwen. 2 regrettable streams, Zach. Expert, are you a jellyfish too? I have a theory, like, I really think, like so all of my close friends are Aquarius, which would be a jellyfish. Um, so, like, me and my, like, friends who are, like, also Aquarius, like, some of my close friends, we all joke about it. We're like, really like Aquarius." Like, it seems like we really get along with them. No, I have other friends that are not, but, I do the majority of my close friends are, it's kinda weird. Um, Baker, why are you watching that stuff? You're pure, don't do it. Wait, what are you watching? Are you on OnlyFans again? Checking out Courtney Clenny? I can't wait for that trial will be crazy, right? That one's gonna be wait, am I a jellyfish? I don't know, Chastity. What is your birthday? Zach. Psh, Lauren, I don't want to embarrass you, but you got a piece of chain link fence stuck in your nose. I know it's cute, isn't it? I love it. Thanks for noticing. Um, Aquarius. Yes. Yes. I don't know what day. What day are you? Um, February 5th. Is that still a jellyfish? I don't know. I'm assuming jellyfish is for all Aquarius. Is that right, Baker? I've never known an Aquarius till I met Baker. What? Really? We're awesome. Now you know 2 and 3 cuz Chastity is as well. Um, yes, you are jellyfish. Fantastic. That means I like would get along with you great, Chastity. See? Fantastic. Um, I'm telling you, I feel like Aquarius are just really cool people. Um, water bears. Yes. And it's so true. Like, I don't know if you guys are like that, but, like, the water for me is, like, my happy place. Like, if I'm stressed, if there's something I go to the beach for a few hours and just, like, everything is lifted. It's just, like, a reset. I freaking love the water, any kind of water, but the beach especially, but, expert is a wind sign. I don't know what that means. What month are you? Um I don't even know what is going on in my mind, is pure as drift snow. Oh god. Let's see. Um, being a water bear would be cool. That would be cool. I wanna be a dolphin, like, I used to love I love dolphins, I still love dolphins, but, I volunteered for a while at the, Georgia Aquarium before I moved down here, like, right before I moved down here. And, that was incredible, and I got to swim with, like, beluga whales, like, 4 or 5 times, I think. I can't remember, like, a good amount of time, and, I fell in love with the beluga whale, so then I was like, "I don't know, I kind of feel like I love beluga whales more than I even love dolphins now." So now I'm like, I don't know what my favorite animal is, a dolphin or a beluga whale. Baker, they are not water bears. You are correct. You are correct. Um, it's wild though, like, I live in Florida, like, by the beach, and, hold on. Gwen says that the ocean gives off negative ions, which brings happiness. Don't understand, but it works. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It really does work. Um, Physically, I think I'm closer to a beluga whale than I am to a dolphin. No, you're a gorgeous unicorn. People sometimes think I'm a beluga whale till I get tan. Beluga whales are so cute and they're so sweet. Like, I fell in love with them. Um, I was saying something and I don't remember what it was. I think I have undiagnosed ADHD, but I don't remember what it was now. Um, hmm, I don't remember. Oh, also, it's really cool. If any of you are ever able to go to the Georgia Aquarium, um, that is one of the things I miss about Georgia. I don't miss a whole lot, but that aquarium is fantastic, and they have things that you can do, like, they used to offer, like, some swims. Well, they weren't really swims, but they were like, um you could kinda stand in the water and, like, pet them, feed them, all that kinda stuff. For the beluga whales, you can have, like, the penguin interactions. It was really cool when I was working there, we'd be, like, walking back through the exhibits, and you would just see, like, a trainer and, like, a penguin just, like, come waddling down the hallway. It was so cute, and you just have to, like, move out of the way so the penguin can go, and he was just, like, doing his thing. It was great. But they have a option if you're like a scuba diver, you can scuba dive with like the whale sharks there and all the other sharks that they have at the exhibit. And then also if you're not a scuba diver, licensed scuba diver, you can snorkel with them. So I don't have my scuba license, but I'm a big time snorkeler. And so I was able to do that with the whale sharks and they'll bump into you because like it's like they're so big and all of that, so it that was really pretty cool. um Good night, Gwen. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Get some sleep, especially if you're sleep deprived. um Hot girl, Aquarius is air sign. I said wind. You know that feeling when the air blows. Expert is spicy tonight. Aquarius is an air sign? No, it's a water sign, right? I'm not crazy. Baker, it's a water sign, right? What is he talking about? Um, let's see. Oh, Debbie, I am currently building 4 penguins. Like on Lego? Tell us. Stupid Ivy? Who are you calling stupid? I'm so confused. What did I miss? Chastity saying she went to Florida the first time ever last year. I passed out on the way back from deep sea fishing. Oh, yeah, for 4 hours. I was embarrassed, and, then I remembered that I don't know those people. Girl, yes. You will never see them again. Don't be embarrassed. Did you like deep sea fishing? I've never been, actually. Um my friend has a boat, but, like, they go out and it's usually just, like, their date day, her and her husband, and so, like, I've never gone, but I want to go. That's one of the things on my list. Okay, so people are saying Aquarius is an air sign. So I just this whole time, I thought it was a water sign. Well, that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Okay, alright. Well, you learn something new every day. Um, I don't know. I guess I just like the beach. Oh, man. Okay. Amy says, "Lauren, expert is correct. Aquarius is a wind sign. Weird. The symbol is the water bear." Okay, so the symbol is at least that, because 'cause I'm like, "Where did I friggin' dream this up?" Like, and it was funny too because today I even looked at keychains. They had like at Target, had all of the like things, and I was like, "Oh, let me see mine." And it had waves, but it was ugly. So I was like, "I don't want this." But that's so weird. I don't know. It's crazy. Expert. That's why they call you the expert. It makes sense now. That's why. Mr. Expert. Yes, that makes sense. Um, the beach is the best. It is. Chastity, what part of Florida were you in when you came down? Yeah, I always thought it was a water sign, and I know that, like, some of my friends do because we talk about it. Oh, man, they're gonna be crushed when I tell them tomorrow, like, "Hey, guys, uh, bad news." Oh, man. Okay. What's everyone's birthstone? Mine is garnet. I don't like it. I like it more now than when I was younger. What does is your birthstone the same over there, or you have a different birthstone? Um, Chastity, I did not because there were so many people, none of us had any business being there. People threw it. People throwing up, dolphins, catch blocking. I don't know. It was a train wreck. Oh no. That's not good. The expert is an expertise in all. Yes. I see that. Um, I stand corrected in my thinking of water signs. Man, that's so what does a wind sign do then? Like, what is so it has nothing to do with water. That is fascinating. Okay. Um, oh, Pisces is water after Aquarius. I'm fire. Aquarius or Aries, diamond birthstone. Okay. That I think fire fits you. I love it. I love it. I'm also so happy you're still here. This is just like a silly stream. So, um, let's see. Amethyst. Okay. Has the expert received his master's degree in all things Karen Reed? Oh, I don't think he's there yet. Um, or is Emily in the corner rocking back and forth after being his professor? I think they have more classes, right? Um, oh, Valerie, you are fire. Expert calling you fire. Um, let's see. He has experts oh, that's the same one. Okay. Alexandrite for Leah. Okay. When is the next squirrel school, Zach? I mean, sorry. When is the next squirrel school? Expert. Emily's rocking. Let's see. Or was he getting a degree in Turtle Boy? I think it's the Karen Reed trial, I think, right? Um, yeah, Baker, what is your birthstone? He asked the question and then he disappeared. Uh, I am sitting and working on my reselling listings and listening to you. I'm still a night owl girl. Yeah, me too. Me too. As much as I don't want to be, I am. Yes. Um, wait, where is Nefarious? Nefarious is here. Where? Nefarious. Me, Lauren, is born about the same day. So we are all the same. Apparently, we are all air. All air, and I didn't know. Hi, Karma. You see Karma? Hi, guys. Oh, Karma, come say hi. Karma. Come here. Dear's Karma. You see, I'm a big boy. You say hi? He's like, why are you holding me like this? Hi. Tell the people hi. Um, as the kids say, cooking. Okay. Chastity, can I still be a water sign? Being a wind sign feels a little less jellyfish. Right? And then that was another thing. How is how are we wind signs with jellyfish? How does that work? I think this is like a mind fuck. I think they're just fucking with us. Um, I don't know. Reminds me of a fart, which reminds me of cry fart. Yes, ruins my Christmas. Mhm. Yes, that's yep. Mhm. Oh, there's Nefarious. Hi, how are you? I have a skinny version of your cat, Lauren. You do? Um, is yours a Scottish Straight? That's what Karma is. He's the most sweet. I went down story time. I went down to go look at this cat. They like portray themselves as like decent, like whatever. I went down and I'm like, I'm just gonna go look at it, whatever. And I get there and it's like it's almost like a hoarding situation, like with cats. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take this cat because like I want him out of this like place. And he like I don't think he ever had like human like a touch or anything like that. And so like he was crying in his carrier and I had been driving all night and so I pulled over, started getting sleepy. I pulled over and he was just crying, crying, crying. He stunk to high heavens because the litter boxes and stuff that they had there. It was not a good situation. Um and I was like, okay, so I get him out of the thing. I wrap him in a towel because I'm like, I don't want to like he's obviously gross. Like these people, like their house was like it was not good. And so then I like hold him in the towel and I like pet and he just starts purring and immediately falls asleep on me. And so we both took a nap, like a 30-minute nap. And ever since then, like, he's been the most affectionate cat, like, I just don't think he ever had, like, human interaction before I, like, adopted him, but, oh, he's very distinguished, and he's my goodness, he's the sweetest cat. He automatically loved all of my cats that I had, and he is just like, my teacup chihuahua, he is so sweet with her, like, he's just so sweet. He loves kids, he just is just awesome. He is the sweetest. Um, Chastity Emily is Nap very own Joan of Arc. We love Emily. Aw, thank you. Yes, I think he's pretty adorable too. Yeah, Emily C is a saint. She dealt with kindergartners for 15 years, and she, graduated to all of us. Call the Pope. She is, and then you have people like Big Red on Twitter, like and these people like, dude, pick on someone else, not Emily, okay? That's not the one, alright? She is not the one. Um, like, you got issues if you're trying to pick on Emily C. Or Maza, like, that's the same thing. Like, what are we doing? Um, yeah. Um, her gentle mic drops are my favorite. I know. She, like, she's really quick, and so, like, she'll just, like, come back with something, and it's really good. She's really fun. I'm so glad I got to, like, meet and hang out with her up there, in Boston. She's awesome. She's a class act. Exactly, bless Texas. How can you ever go after Emily? Like, it's like, no, you crossed the line. Like, there's a lot of other people, like, you can say things about, like, whatever, but, like, no, that's not one. Um, oh, Nap wasn't supposed to be in that sentence. I think my phone heard you say it. Emily is indeed our warrior Joan of Arc. Yes, Maz is the best of the best. I know, and that's why I was like, dude, when a certain someone went after him and Bettero, that was when people were like, "Abso-fucking-lutely not," and rightfully so. And, yeah. Like, if you have a problem with Maza, like, the problem is you, okay? Like, he is kind and loving and nice to everyone. So, yeah. Let's see. To give you a scale of micro bricks, the 80-piece penguin is approximately 1.5 inches tall when he's finished. Oh my gosh. Is it hard to get them together because they're so small? Yes, Mazda stays out of the drama. He's yeah, he's smart. I try to stay out of the drama too, but, like, I mean, there are times when, like, um, it's rare, like, especially with, like, the creator stuff, like, I pretty much for the most part like everyone, in our little circle, but, like, there was one time when certain certain people in the streets, um, were saying, like, things like bad things about Kelsey and, like, how people shouldn't be having fundraisers for her, and I was like, "Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Mm-mm, no." And, so I made a tweet about it and, basically called them out because it was so double standard. They were saying, like, we were, like, doing it for clicks and likes and using her face. Meanwhile, they had her face up, like, as their background with, like, Karen Reed and Enrique Delgado Jr. and Just en route and all this stuff, and I'm like, "You have her face on your background saying people shouldn't be doing fundraisers, saying that you have her all figured out because you talked to someone who said she was a mean correctional officer," and I just basically called them out, and I was like, "Absolutely not." And, like, how they're always like, "Would you look at that?" Or, what is he say? I haven't watched them in so long, thank God. Because I used to watch them. Like, I used to just chill at night. Sometimes I can't sleep and they play music and like, you know, uh, and then they got so mean and hateful to everyone. I'm like, "What is going on?" And then, was it, I can't remember what he always says, but anyways, I, like, put that in there and it was just like I called him out. And then Mike Crawford got involved and was like, "Oh, they're right." And I'm like, "What do you mean they're right? Like, you're saying we shouldn't be doing fundraisers for Kelsey now?" Like, it was crazy. And so, and I was so polite and nice to Mike, even though he was, like, being hateful and saying I, like, hold no credibility and I'm not credible and all this crazy stuff. Yeah, they did fat shame you and make my honey bun soggy crying over it. No one look, honey buns are like a thing in jail, okay? In jail. So I'm like, that's the first, like, sweet treat that comes to your mind? Like, yeah, they were just hateful, and I'm like, "What the heck?" But, yeah, I was so nice to Crawford, and, I mean, I was on fundraisers for Crawford. Like, I thought we were cool. Like, didn't have a bad thing to say about him, like, and then he just, like, attacked me. Um and I was still, like, very kind and whatever because, like, I know how he is, like, he just gets all crazy, and I'm like, I'm not, not gonna give him that satisfaction of it, but then, like, he kept going, and I'm just like, "Okay, well, thank you for showing me who you are, so bye." So, yeah, that was, like that was the one time I got involved in drama, and it wasn't really in drama, but, like, if I that's the thing, if I feel strongly about something, I'm gonna say it, but for the most part, I love all of our creators and everyone, like, we do have like, they try to make it like we don't have a community anymore, but we do, and we have great people, so, um, yeah. Let's see. Mike Cryford farts when he gets nervous. Dude, that was the funniest thing, like, I feel like I haven't watched that. I need to watch that. That was so funny. Oh, that was really funny. Yeah, that was. Um, yep, it got messy and they wanted him to choose sides. Yeah, and, like, that's so stupid, like and that's the thing is, like, you know, it was just, there was just a lot of hate. Like, Aiden is Aiden. He is who he is, like, he's a satirist, he makes fun of people, he says stuff on his show, he's not this he puts on a show, and, like, it is what it is, and I don't know if they were trying to, like, copy that and, like, think it was funny, or if they just were, like it was all just real hate, like, it was I don't know, but I'm like, "Wow," and I really was enjoying the case that they were covering, before they got crazy. So I'm just like, "You're doing yourself no favors." It was like yeah, it was, telling. I love watching Will laugh at Mike. I know, it's so funny. It's so funny. He's like, "AIDS." He, like, zooms in on his mustache. Um, they use Karen to stick it to Aiden, bad move. Yeah, that was just, like, I just can't. I just can't. Like, I can't. Um, like, when I feel strongly about something, like, and I also have loyalty, and, like, I just felt like none of these people had loyalty. Like, the way that they turned, like, their back on him, like, it was just gross, and, like, you don't have to agree with everything he says, like, that's what makes the world go round, like, but to, like, think he needs to be in prison and stuff, like, get out of here, like, that's ridiculous. Yeah, Karen oh, Karen. I just don't know, like, why she thought that was a good idea, and that really is what started it, and, dude, I made a video, like, really soon, I don't know if it was the same day or the next day or same night that she was in the chat, because I was like, "I feel like it's kind of a slap in the face, and, she has a right to do whatever she wants to do, but I don't know how she thought that that was gonna help things, and it certainly hurt them." So, um Connor McManus video tells me, Will's reaction to it is hilarious. Oh, I don't think I've seen his reaction to it. Um, let's see. It has sorted out the goodies from the nasties. It has, and that's how you have to look at things, like, there's always, like, a silver lining in situations, even, like, really sucky ones. There's always something to learn and all of that. Um But, I just it's wild to see, like, people who are all on the same team, um, and then just have, like, the vitriol and the nastiness and, like, the fat shaming and, like, just really nasty comments and, like, attacking people. Like, what are you doing? Like, at what point like, how do you think that's helping you? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't get people, and that's when I start, like, go to the beach or do a Lego. I'm like, "Okay." I'm all peopled out. I'm feeling not peoply today. Um, let's see. In my opinion, those Twitter terrorists are so much worse than TB could ever be. Yes. A lot of unhappy childhood out there on X. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. And like he's not even like he's not even like that on Twitter. Like he's like that on his show, right? It's a show. And while maybe he feels like that about some people, it's a persona too. Like, and these people, like these random mothers and other like states are like, I mean, just going after people and just so nasty and like talking about people's looks. I mean, it's just like it's gross. Like, I don't know. I just and then they're the first one to be like, "Oh, they're so mean. Turtle Boy's so mean." And it's like, have you seen what you're saying? What is happening? Pot, this is kettle, okay? Oh, yeah. It's wild. It is absolutely wild. But some of those people out here some of those people out there have never had their fridges fixed, and it shows. You know what? You're not wrong. You're not wrong. They probably could use a fridge fixing or 5. Yeah, the dude, kids are, like, off limits, 100% timely. Um, there's no reason. There's no excuse, like, even the job thing, like, that's now, I will preface that by saying, yes, I don't think like, leave people's jobs out of it. However, I understand why Jess reached out because they were accusing her of something being awful, and that's not okay. Her children were Jewish, and so that's to me, that's a totally different thing. But, I'm not a proponent for calling people's jobs, like, just leave people out. Like, come on, you know? But let's see. Baker says they are just loud because they are jealous and that they wish that they could do half of what you cool people do. Yeah, and they have no community. Like, who is their community? The foreskin people? It's just them. It's the 4 of them and the McAlberts who really just like use them probably to say whatever they want them to say. Like, no one believes their story, so they have no community. And yeah, absolutely. Um, Yeah, hate with random facts is knowledge. Um, yeah, it's pretty crazy. We are the cool kids in the lunchroom, and they know that they can't sit at our table. Oh, yeah, I mean, it's it's sad, but I mean, it's life, like, right? Like, not everyone's gonna get along. You don't get along with people, like, e I work, with other people, and some people I would love to go hang out with. Some people I go and we go shelling. Other people I don't even care to go to dinner with. So I mean, it's just like that's life. You're not going to get along with everyone and that's okay. Like some personalities click, some of them don't. And like Blessed Texas is saying, yeah, jealousy is real. 100%. Um 100%. But it's silly. It's like I don't know. It's just silly. We're kind of funny and realistic. We are. We're pretty fucking great, Like, we're pretty cool, pretty fun, pretty nice, actually. And like Zach, no one likes him. He isn't cool. Are you just trying to see if he's still in the chat? 'Cause he'll just pop back up and say something. Yeah, the O'Keefes watched the same trial as we did, and they will be stuck in their grief for longer if this goes on. I know, and that's the thing. It's like I wish them healing, but it's not. You're not going to get that healing, constantly blaming someone who was acquitted and, not being able to look at it, objectively. And the bottom line is we all know Karen didn't do it, but, like, the bottom line is, had the police done their job, then had she done it, she probably would have been convicted. And it really is that simple, you know? Uh, so why are they not upset with the police? That's disgusting. Like, their son deserved better. I've never in my life heard of a police officer not getting a proper investigation for his death. That's sickening. It's usually the opposite. Like, you go above and beyond for, like, your fellow officer, and it was just not done. And for them to just be, like, okay with that, and I don't know. I I hope that they heal and can move on and all of that, but it's, you know, seems like that's not happening right now, so, um TV is trying to figure out what his first tattoo should be. He might need your wise counsel. Ooh, I have thoughts. So, I think he should get, like a good tattoo artist to, like, design one, and there could be, like, a bunch of, like, things in there, like, to do with everything. And if it's all, like, cohesive and, basically just a half sleeve, um, I think it could look really cool. But, yes. Let's see. Lola. Only brinkers have tattoos. I don't understand men and especially women with tats. Rude. I have tats. You have tats. What are you talking about? Uh, my friend Claudia King, I'm not sure if you were on with her, Baker, but I didn't know she's all tatted up too. A fridge tattoo. She's all tatted too, but, like, I didn't realize that until, she was out somewhere, like, for a wedding, and then she was coming back to do Court TV and then one of the shows with me, and, and she, like, sent a picture, she's like, "I just got back from the wedding," and she had, like, a sleeveless dress on, and I was like, "I didn't know you had tats." So it was really funny. Um Baker, common sense investigator. So you were a bike, Lego off. No. I've only rode on like one street bike. I didn't like it. His turtle logo leaning on the fridge. It's a conversation starter. All right, guys. Well, it's been 3 hours and I am gonna get some sleep because I have to be up. What time do I have to be up? Like between 6 and 7. So, I will get a few hours of sleep and be fine, but I am going to say good night and thank you all for hanging out with me and joining. Um, we will do more of these. Has Baker gotten into the bourbon again? Oh, Chastity has tattoos. I'm part of the stupid trash can clan according to the other side, so it tracks. What? Do I need to beat people up for you? Because I will. Oh, Broken Baker, check your DMs. Okay. On X, I don't have anything from you on X. Oh, you're typing. Okay. Good night, Nefarious. It's been great. I've been loving hanging out with you guys, even though we talked about all kinds of things. It was fun. Um, Deech on a panel wants answers for John O'Keefe's family, Greg O'Connell. It's too cool to show up. Ugh, Greg O'Connell. What a loser guy. Lola, I love you guys right back. And of course, thank you for chatting with me on a Monday night. Okay. Yes. Yes, I am, Baker. Times, yeah, for that video. Yes, I am. I am a member. Okay. Okay, good night. Oh, wait. We never found out what Chinese sign you are. What do you mean, I'm apparently wind. All my dreams are crushed. Like, Chastity, good night. My fellow Aquarius, sleep good. And I will see you guys soon. Hopefully we'll do one of these here hopefully once more this week. And and tune into Mazas tomorrow night. We'll be talking about the hearing. Lori will be there with her insight. She'll break it all down for us. And guys, what's the over under on Justin having that same hideous Walmart tie? Okay. Yeah. What might he wear? I can't wait to see. So yes, tune in. We'll have lots to talk about. I may even go live afterwards. I don't know. We'll have to see. Good night, everyone. Oh, wait, your Chinese birth animal. A lot of YouTubers are born in the year of the rat. I don't know. How do I find that out? Woke up a jellyfish, going to sleep, sheep, fought, shaking my head. Thank us, experts. Good night, girl. Let's chat soon. Cora and I need to plan a beach trip this summer. Yes, it was great to have you. And yes, we'll catch up anytime. You know my number. All right. Good night, guys. Love you all. Thanks for being here. Maybe you can borrow Noonan's baby blue suit. Oh yeah. The legs would definitely like swallow him. Okay. I'm gonna go to sleep. Love all you guys. Thanks for being here and supporting my channel. You guys are the best. And I will see all of you soon. And we'll do this again. And see you tomorrow night on Mazas. Saturday night for sure on Lego Stream. And maybe I'll do another one in between. All right, guys. Bye bye.